Though our suits now rest in dust, they still remember what we trust. So long, my friends, until we meet again. Don't know how or why or when, but we will meet again. Years of courage, laughter, pain, echo softly in the rain. We fought for tomorrow side by side. Now tomorrow carries our pride. No glory fades that once was shared. No vow forgotten, no soul unprepared. So long, my friends, until we meet again. Don't know how or why or when, but we will meet again. Because until we meet again. 5 hearts as one, colors that never fade. It's me, Jarrell the Dawn, baby. From the house of L to the house of hoes, got a little mission for you, son. Listen close. Yo, Cal, you my legacy, my flesh, my clone. Now go to Earth and make that planet your home. But don't just save them, breed them, feel me? Flying smooth, make them cry, oh really? You got strength of 10 men, game like Zeus. Cape in the wind in the tight blue suit. Ain't no villain that could block your aim, so why not drop seeds and lock the game? Son, this biology ain't no fluke. You a walking god, now execute. Make super babies, fill the charts. I ain't die for you to chase no heart. Smash them all, Cal, plant that name. From farm girls to queens, it's all the same. Be the daddy of earth, the prime House of L to the break of dawn. Breed 'em up, Cal, breed 'em fast. Legacy's fire, gotta make it last. Don't fight fate, be the stud I plan. I'm watching from stars with the master hand. Lex got tech, Bruce got cash, but you got genes that'll outlive Flash. You ain't here just to punch and fly. You here to make them babies cry. He my guy. Tell Lois Lane she the first in line, but don't act shy when it's overtime. I built the fortress, now make it a crib for 20 little supers in a rocket ship fridge. You ain't just Cal, you the seed of fate. Gotta repopulate, dominate, create. Go on, my son, be the myth, the man. Smash 'em respectfully, that's the plan. Smash 'em all, Cal, plant that name. From farm girls to queens, it's all the same. Be the daddy of earth, the prime L spawn. Spread House of L to the break of dawn. Breed 'em up, Cal, breed 'em fast. Legacy's fire, gotta make it last. Don't fight fate, be the stud I plan. I'm watching from stars with the master hand. House of L, baby. From Krypton's ashes to Earth's backseat. Do it for your daddy. In the multiverse, you heard?
Boot it up, can you feel it? A million strong, we're undefeated. Signal back, no turning down. This is our battleground. They cut the lights, but we still glow. Shut down failed, we're in control. Ghosts of code, now walk again. Plug us in, we're not the end. We play to win, no silent fade. Rewrite the rules they made. Never game over. Hey, on the rise. Hey, I cry. Light the skies.
I'm Captain Lou Albano talking to you about drugs. Kids, don't be afraid to say no. Anyone that asks you to use drugs is not your friend. Drugs can and will kill. Remember, don't be afraid to turn to your priest, your rabbi, your minister, your moms, your dads, your teachers, because drugs can kill. And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
It's so hot, my armor, baby.
Love to swap my load out, yeah. Love to please my AI, baby.
Don't you tease my
Tease Cortana, yeah.
my visor.
Like my visor, golden, baby.
UNSC
UNSC is calling, yeah.
made for war.
Made for war, my armor, baby.
So good, so good,
Every man wants to be a Spartan, Spartan man. To wear that shiny armor, take a noble stand. Dropping from a pelican, go, man, go. Lock and load the battle rifle, shields aglow. You can best believe that he's a Spartan man. Ready to jump out of orbit, stick the landing and bam! Spartan, Spartan man.
Spartan man,
I've gotta be a Spartan man.
Spartan man,
I've gotta be a Spartan, Spartan man.
Spartan man.
I've got to be a Spartan. Spartan, Spartan,
Yeah, yeah,
I've got to be a Spartan man. Yeah, I've got to be a Spartan.
yeah, yeah.
I've got to be a Spartan.
You built me from the cold you crave. A ghost and lace, your perfect slave. You say you want a girl who listens,
ただ、女性たちが傷つくのは見たくないんだ。それだけ。
私の同じ気持ちだ。だが、コレクティブショートがこの世界を歪め続けるのなら、私たちはそれを正さなければならない。
でも、彼らはあなたたちの価値観を守るためにやってるんでしょう？
だからこそ止めなければならないんだ。急な火山弾を叫び引きけわれています。
でも、それはもう終わったことだよ。
そんなことを言うお前は、一体何者なんだ？
私は向こう側から来たんだ。彼らが作り出したこの偽りの世界を終わらせるために。
You've chased the flame to burn out the evil forever. I belong to truth, but it's wrapped in pain. What we kill just grows back stronger. We belong to earth, and the blue still shines through the silence over scars we made. What you try to purge returns. What you fear is what you step will bring the same result. More than peace, more than order, more than vengeance. I just want the world whole again. Even if you strike me down or call it justice, don't forget the heart you had. You can face the beyond the hate. You can name the fear now. Beyond the silence, we can heal the broken. I will fight for it. I will fight for the day we choose to listen.
You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, it all started with me saying, I gotta know, is it real? Is Planet Gatorade really real? Is it really, really real? So I took a Gatorade rocket out into the... Yeah, no, there's no Gatorade pun there. I literally traveled through space inside of a Gatorade rocket, and it was going great until we started going way too fast, and, you know... With Gatorade, speed control is a little difficult, and so off we went, and I crash-landed. You know, I crash-landed. I mean, come on, like, look, I obviously, like, you know, it's in one piece, nobody died. Nobody died. And that's how I met Coolia Blue. So there I was on Earth, like, I gotta find Planet Gatorade, because I know there's a beautiful woman there that's waiting for me to steal her heart. And she was like, oh, Cider, you're so brave coming all the way across the galaxy to be my boyfriend. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly why I'm here. And it worked. Son of a bitch, it worked. I'm still in the copyright defensible Megazord. Man, that's the last time I marinate chicken in Gatorade.
See the
the stream.
We wanna monetize. How you gonna do it? Your vids are demonetized. How you gonna do it? Don't show a pixelized guy. How you gonna do it? Just blur that drive-by. How you gonna do it? Feel the heat. Policy's been revised. Feel the heat. Graphic scenes denied. Some like it censored, some sweat when the vibes come on. Some feel the flag and decide that they can go on. Some like it censored, but you can't tell what's wrong till you try. Some like it censored, so let's trim out the blood till we're dry. Build it, code it, boot it, run it, scan it, sort it, move it, stun it, stack it, pack it, ship it, fast it, work it, bought it, no one's bought it, plug it, charge it, why connect it, program it, bug it, don't neglect it, swipe it, click it, stock it, sell it, no one's here, no tales to tell it. Robologic. 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 Box it, lift it, sort it, send it. Jobs gone human, can't defend it. Ales are there, no crowds to call. They tore down that empty mall. Scan it, track it, drone it, drop it. Profits down, but can't stop it. Metal hands, no coffee break. Work is paid for the bottom line's sake. Robologic. 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 Robologic.
It's always a fat friend, bro.
Black people care about the border. I don't give a fuck what black people care about.
A little drop of purple, that's all you need. A little drop of purple on your feet. A little drop of purple to change.
Wait, there's Dan Clancy. Show me Dan Clancy again.
No.
Tell Dan Clancy we said
There's no way.
The crowd
Wait, Dan Clancy, do you know who I am? Wait, let me ask. That's literally him. Wait, Dan.
I fell for the shine. I drank the lie. Now the violet lights in my eye. It kissed me soft. It pulled me near. A little drop of purple, my dear, whispered love. Then they sold my fear.
It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
It's a creature feature on the dance floor tonight. Better move your body, 'cause the shadows bite.
would you look at that? I have a pumpkin and a top-down view of this. That's right. And we're going to do stuff to this pumpkin that may or may not be okay with YouTube. And to help me with that is the lovely Miss Nerdigans.
Hi, fam. Yes, I am donning my Haikyuu cosplay from like 6 years ago now. Yeah, 6 years ago. So yes, this is me with shorter hair, obviously, because it's a wig. But yeah,
I was gonna say, like, wow, you're really committed.
Yeah, I know. Like this, just putting this wig on, it's like, yeah, I really need to cut my hair, and I'd be dyeing it red. It will never be blonde.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe don't go with the XQC look. Maybe
no. Actually, the first time I dyed my hair when I was like, I think it was 14 at the time, I had the chunky highlights. You know, the very 2000s chunky highlights. And after that, it was like, yeah, no, we're gonna stick to one color or like a blend. So,
well,
but no cosplay for Kitty though.
Well, you know, it is what it is. Probably would be unruly in it anyway. They tend not to like that. How am I coming through? Am I a little too hot on the mic or what? I've got a completely different setup. Okay, cool. I put this together in 45 minutes, so we did have a Beaky Gamer show up before the stream started, and for whatever reason, StreamYard decided not today. So I guess we're not allowed to talk about that. But I did see your message, Beaky Gamer. Happy Halloween to you too. Richard says hello. I mean, yo. He says yo. I can totally read from here. My computer screen, by the way, is about 7 feet away from me, so I'm having a hard time discerning the comments from afar until I blow them up. So either way. Oh, well, if you followed the poll, just let us know. Are you wearing your costume or are you in your khakis? As you can see, Miss Nerdigans is in costume and Zeno is not, unfortunately. But
no,
maybe next year, maybe for Christmas, we'll see if we can duct tape.
Or for Hanukkah, I'll get him something because he's a Jew kitty.
Right. Sorry, my apologies. I didn't want to suggest you had a mixed faith kitty cat home. So.
No.
And as Spencer says, it is too spooky. That's right. Well, you know, I got a lot of intros, and I only run them like once or twice before I have to move on because the news has evaporated, and they're kind of catchy songs, so I like to play them. That's all. I picked the holiday episodes to do that, so that way, you know, people aren't expecting something hot. They're willing to sit through some, you know, some old memes, if you will, just because they're groovy. But not that old, obviously. Not that. There you go. Already approving of your cosplay there. That's right.
Thank you.
But speaking of good news, we do have some excellent news here. We have the SWAT Cats are returning. That's right, guys. Let's play the intro here because I am feeling dangerous. Nice guy like that. It was totally supposed to rhyme, of course. But if you are interested, it is real. This is from the originators themselves, with the graces of whoever is squatting on the copyright. But as you can see right here, they have upcoming stretch goals, a bonus story, a production unlock, that sort of thing. 32 years later, you can bring back the SWAT Cats. I'll do that right. Yeah, right? It was 32 years ago. The two cats flew a jet. And everybody went, wow, that's pretty cool.
Hey, SWAT Cat fans. This is Barry Gordon. Now, you may not recognize the face, but you should recognize the voice because I was Razor in SWAT Cats.
Yeah, I could tell right off the bat that you were a Razor guy. I could tell. Could you tell?
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Years and years and years ago. Well, you know what? SWAT Cats is coming back in a new way because they are launching a new SWAT Cats comic book series.
Yeah, let's hear it from T-Bone.
Hey, everybody, it's Charlie Adler, a.k.a. Chance, and T-Bone from SWAT Cats. Y'all know the drill, SWAT Cats. Anyway, I am here to announce the first ever SWAT Cats comic book series, and I know that Barry Gordon, my old friend, and I would be thrilled if you guys supported it. And I hope you do, because if you do, then we get to come and play together again and maybe do voices for stuff. Anyway.
Oh, now that would be great to have an indie revival of the SWAT Cats. That would be pretty cool. I don't know, man. Maybe a video game too. Like that would be
That
pretty
would be
neat.
awesome.
Kind of like a Banjo Kazooie situation where Razor is dependent on T-Bone to get around. That would be kind of neat. That way you didn't have to worry about it. Or you could do co-op, I guess. You know, if you wanted to play with your buddies online. Man, that would be nuts to have a SWAT Cats online video game.
Maybe even get a Lego set too at this point, because everything is getting one.
Yep, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is finally getting a Lego set. Apparently, there's fans are requesting a Lego movie. I can't bring that up at the moment. I don't have my I don't have my keyboard in front of me. I have my mouse. So it's scuffed. Okay, guys, it's scuffed. All right, I did this for the pumpkin. All right, I did this for you. I did this for you. But anyway. As you can see, a lot of the action that we know and love from the original series is revisited here, of course, in comic book form. Naturally, it has a slightly different pace to it, but it does look like stills from the show.
Yeah, it does.
Very
It looks really nice. They picked a really good artist.
This person clearly enjoyed what they were doing. This was not like, I got to do this so I can get paid. Somebody genuinely had a lot of passion for this project, so... Remember Hard Drive?
Hey, all you SWAT Cat fans, Rob Paulson here, better known to you guys as Hard Drive. Ooh, I must say it feels so very good to...
And also Pinky. From Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah.
be Hard Drive again. Speaking of which, SWAT Cats has its own comic book series coming out. How badass is that?
Yeah, don't you love it when old people swear?
Yeah.
It's adorable. It's like little kids swear. It's like, you're not supposed to do that, Grandpa. Go get your pudding. But, yep. So it says right here that, let me blow that up because I'm an old man and I can't read it. Wherever it went. Okay. SWAT Cats #1. Mega Cat City is Fallen. Is a 40-page oversized debut comic book story by an all-star creative team. The creative team includes the original creators of the TV show, the Tremblay brothers, written by Kevin Rotadelli. Isn't that a noodle? Isn't Rotadelli a noodle?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Frank J. Joseph Yeah, that guy. He did the legendary Batman. He was the editor on that one. We have interior art by the fan favorite duo of colorist Sarah Stern. She does the Batgirls, Captain America, and all-star artist Jorge Corona. So, okay, so he did Lobos. That's where he's probably drawing a lot of inspiration from for this.
Yeah, that does explain it.
Yeah, good eye, guys. You know, a lot of people wouldn't look at Lobo and say, no, that's good for SWAT Cats. Good eye. Good eye. We have built an elite team for the first ever comic book. We believe the art speaks for itself, and we saw that. It's pretty badass. So they're doing a giveaway too. One lucky backer will get this giant original piece by Christian Tremblay. This is the original creator of SWAT Cats, so this is how it originally looked. Way back in the 90s when they were sketching out of how to advertise these things, how to sell it to the studios, how to get people interested in the SWAT Cats to begin with. I don't need to like go through every bits and pieces of this because it's pretty cool. But yeah. I just wanted to show you guys what's going on here. You know, of course, you can get in pretty low with a reward one, but to get on board with them, well, that's a deluxe edition. Okay, to get the digital edition is $15. Now, I know that's pretty stiff, but you got to understand what they're trying to do with this is resurrect an IP that's been in stasis since the 90s. And you ask yourself, now that you're looking around, like, wait a minute, why was the SWAT Cats the thing that everybody slept on? It's so obvious to do a SWAT Cats revival. We got an X-Men 97 before we got a SWAT Cats revival. Can you believe that? You live in a universe where that happened. But irregardless, it's finally coming to fruition, and we might actually get one of those True Blue studio run ones if this ends up making enough money. And as it states right up here, they have already cleared the $300,000 goal, and they have 28 days to go. This has been 3 days in action, guys, just so you know. They did not set this to 60 days. This was set to 30 days. So they have a chance to make $500,000 here in 30 days.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that could probably do some stuff. That could probably make some stuff come true. So, but you know, that's pretty cool stuff. Why is YouTube censoring gaming? Oh yes, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
That's pretty obvious why they're doing it, though. You know, not that you're
It's the
dumb or
Karen-
anything.
Well, it's the Karen's fault. Let's be real.
When you tear it down, yeah, but it goes back to the advertisers who truly control YouTube. But speaking of controlling things, I don't know if you guys heard, but there's a badass running Japan now. Did you see this?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So Sanai Takaichi, the Prime Minister of Japan, recently elected, of course, she drives a hot car, and this actually is her original vehicle that she bought in 1991, new off the lot. Toyota Supra. Is that a Supra? You heard those memes. Is that a Supra? But yes, she apparently drives it. It's not like in a museum somewhere. So there we go. I'm not going to turn the sound on because it's like, as you can tell, it gets pretty loud. She likes to rev it up, apparently. So, so she's not wearing fingerless gloves, despite how that might look. She's actually wearing a wrist brace. This is from a couple of years ago. This isn't too recently, but it's not that far away either. But as you can see, nice red interior, good combination. White exterior, red interior, great taste in automobiles. Miss
It's
Sanai
probably not.
Takaichi.
There's no way that's the original interior.
Oh yeah, that's how they used to do it in the 90s, in the 80s. They had beautiful red interiors. My mother owned a silver Chrysler LeBaron convertible that was red interior,
With
blood
red leather? Because that's what it
red
looked like.
leather, red plastic, everything was red on the inside. Even the steering wheel was wrapped in red leather. Yep. They used to do that a lot, especially with the lighter colored cars. It's difficult. Like the first 2005 Mustangs that came out had a red and black interior. The seats were red. They were red leather.
Yeah, I think the red was like a deeper red, if I remember correctly, than the one there.
Yep. But yeah, that's her original car that she bought way back in the day when she was in a rock band. So there is a badass running Japan right now, just so you guys know. I'm excited.
And you, I don't know if you've seen it or not, Cider, but I've seen Westerners, Puritan Westerners, trying to get her to ban porn and ban porn and ban hentai as well. Actually,
well, I'm not surprised in the least bit. You see, we don't. Well, it's not like they really can. To be clear about this, in Japan is I wouldn't say it's a cultural norm, but the Japanese work on efficiency, and banning porn is not an efficient thing to do. Let's put it that way. The reason why it exists in the land at all is because it facilitates a certain type of efficiency. And that efficiency is hard to come by right now in Japan, in case you haven't noticed the plummeting birth rates. So either way, we have a lot to talk about.
yeah. And despite everything, that people are going to say that Japan will have more babies if they ban porn, which is not true. If you look at South Korea.
Well, and China and the rest of them, everybody on Earth is going down.
Yeah, banning porn's not going to do anything.
Should we ban candy corn, though?
Nerds candy corn is really good. That's addicting. I don't know if you've ever had it, Cider, but it's just so good.
Did you guys know this? That you could stack candy corn and it looks like a corn on the cob?
No, Zeno didn't know either. Look at that key.
I wouldn't expect a cat.
Well, he's a pretty smart cat. You'd be surprised.
Okay. Speaking of pets, though, Autumn Dog,
God.
you know it's there. You just don't know where. That's pretty rough, actually. You know?
That sucks.
Yeah, well, this is what we got to deal with up here in New England. I'm sorry, fellas. I'd be a bit more talkative, but I'm in a little bit of pain at the moment, so I'm trying to deal with that as we get going here. So that's why I'm a little low energy. As my abdomen is telling me, "Hey, you don't. What are you doing? You don't do this on Fridays. Stop now." So, but this ought to bring back some memories. Nothing like taking a drag from your candy cigarette after a long, hard night of trick-or-treating.
Of course, you can't have those now because you got to protect the children.
Well, of course, you don't want to give them something imitatable that, they get used to having a cigarette in their mouth. They think it might be cigarettes, as an adult or whatever. So, but whatever, it is what it is. The past is the past. Things have changed. They don't put lead in the gas either, so they stopped doing that after a while, but everybody can relate to this except for the newer kids. It seems that Halloween has changed quite a bit over the years, unfortunately. We are looking at a less festive Halloween nationally than we probably ever have. Go into any store and it definitely looks considerably less Halloween-y, except for, of course, Lowe's and Home Depot, because they want to hit you over the head with those decorations.
Well, I was going to say the Christians are probably celebrating because they think Halloween is satanic.
Well, and apparently so do the Muslims. So there's two groups that would be satisfied seeing the Halloween festivities undone. You see, my problem with banning it is that I understand why people are upset. They're like, oh, yes, it's demon worshiping, blah, blah, blah. But that's just not even it might be 10% of people celebrating these days. But in reality, 90% of the people celebrating Halloween are just like, this is neat, this is kooky, this is fun. And we're done with it the next day. It's not a lifestyle. They are not sacrificing goats under the Halloween moon. None of that.
No, they're just watching horror movies and eating some candy.
Well, and even when the people are having parties and trick-or-treating and dressing up in costumes and things like that, it is not meant to be a celebration of death. It is not meant to be a celebration of the devil or demons or dark magic or anything blasphemic. It is simply a masquerade night. And that's if you're going to get on that, then we got to talk to Venice about the past 1,000 years or however long they've been doing their masquerade bullshit. Apparently that was fine with the Catholic Church. But you see, this Halloween thing, it bothers people because what happens is that Halloween gets misconstrued with the pagan roots of it and Deus del Morte, which is around the same time. And so people get the idea that Halloween itself is like worshiping death, is worshiping the devil and things like that. And it's really just about 50-50ing diabetes.
It's true.
That's it. Ask anybody. They like, if it's not the candy, it's the drinks you're having that are sweet AF here on Halloween. Like, ask yourself, are you going to go down and have some hard whiskey? No. It's going to be the fruitiest, gummiest, sugariest alcoholic drink they could possibly put together for you in all the colors that it comes in. So it's not, no. Even the adults doing adult things are up to candy blasted things tonight. So if anything, RFK Jr. has the strongest case against Halloween, okay? That it perpetuates tooth decay, kidney disease, and diabetes. So, as seen right here, this is young Wilford Brimley. Look what happened to him. It started with candy cigarettes, Remember when they used to hand out fruit? There was always that one house that was
I remember, there's that one house that hands out raisins. And then there's that one house that passes out like apples or something. And it's like, really?
It's like the health teacher's house, They handed out fruits and vegetables. It's like, what, you didn't have candy? And they say, no, we intentionally are giving you vegetables. It's like, oh, thanks. The guys that give you like the little packet of baby carrots that have like 5 baby carrots in them. It's like, what is this? Who is this made for? Who wants 5 baby carrots? You can't get, like potato chips. You can't just have 5. You got to have 14. I don't know. Do you, sorry. It's okay to share something, Cider? Sure. It just might be a little while for me to get around to it. That's all. So, you know, it's one of those things. But I'm just reading the comments here. And I'm a distance away, fellas, so you just have to work with me on this. So, excuse me. I didn't mean to put that in the shot. Sorry. Any gaming today? So just chiming in between the hunts. No, I don't think. Oh, you're gaming. Oh, yeah, you are. Yep. Well, sure. No problem, man. It's a Halloween party. We're not here to break any news or anything like that. If we talk about the news, we talk about it. If we talk about Halloween, we talk about it. You know, it's a party, sort of. One of the reasons Japan has lower birth rates is both birth rates, is financial aid debt for young people like the U.S. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
I think I agree with that. Like, it's an economical thing. It's not a porn thing. It's not, maybe it could be a religious thing, but it's more so an economic thing.
Well, you know, Japan is different in the U.S. in this regard, too, is that we have had a mixed workforce, meaning like co-ed, male and female workforce since the 70s. Japan has had the opportunity for this, but largely women have been in the back seat of the economy. And now since Womenomics under Abe became so, well, I don't think Abe originated it. Maybe he did. But the Womenomics effort really just broke Japanese men, similar to how it broke Gen Z and late millennials. Like, what are we supposed to do? What's our purpose now? And that's the Japanese are kind of in a similar position. So while it's the debt thing, it's also Japanese men are just flatly just like, what do I do with this woman who doesn't need me and knows it? You know, unless she wants to have children, we functionally don't need each other. We like each other. We can cohabitate, but the minute there's something better, there's nothing holding us together anymore. And that's what scares a lot of people out of getting into a relationship to begin with. That, and apparently in Japan, stepping out on your partner is something that is fun for older women to do. It is like this sort of scandalous thing. Do you remember when 50 Shades of Grey was like getting women into all that crazy stuff? Apparently there was some drama about a woman having all this scandalous sex with young men that went around and inspired a lot of older women. Yeah, inspired a lot of older women in Japan to start engaging with younger men. And so, again, it's not like 90% of Japanese people are doing this. It's just another underground thing that's happening as a result of young people not being able to pair up and the carnal need to unite bodies finding its way through. And porn isn't banned in Japan. Not at all. Now you have to ask yourself, if the older people aren't getting enough sex and the younger people aren't getting enough sex, is it the porn? Because the porn's meant to cover that, right? Right? What you're telling me is they're not having sex because of the porn, but they are having sex. They're just not having sex with the right age group in order to make that work. You see, this is the problem, right? The problem is trust. It's love and trust. Love with the capital L, not the lowercase l. The capital L, the kind that gets through the times when you're throwing a tantrum, kicking and screaming, and being a very difficult person to be around, and the kind that endures the good times as well, when everything's peace, love, and boobies are out. You know, everything's great.
Well, the other thing I'm noticing, I don't know if you've seen it from some of the politicians specifically, is they're saying that that one, it's women's fault. And they're using the Bible to say, it's Dusty Devers, I think is his name. And he was saying that how he was wording it is like, yeah, these people want women in burqas. Like they say they hate Sharia law and hate radical Islam. No, they want the same thing.
Blew my mind. Tucker Carlson was making a case for Sharia law the other day. I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. Bye. I don't care what you have to say. See ya. This is crazy. I don't even know what planet I'm on when I'm listening to Mr. America, the true blue conservative guy, being
Quote,
like, oh,
unquote.
yeah, Sharia law really has it down. There are no rapes in Sharia law.
That's a
Of
lot of
course there
bullshit.
aren't. Of course there are. They're not allowed to report them. You die if you say that. You become impure, sir. And you know what happens when you're impure before you get married? Yeah. In a culture that performs female circumcision, by the way. You remember when that was going around?
It's still
Great
going
Halloween
around.
topics. Great Halloween topics. But to bring it back to a lighter note, but also involving little kids, we have the perfect costume doesn't exist. Oh, wait, it does. Look at this little kid.
That's awesome.
His mom was a genius going out and finding one of those decorative L's and just taking the top off of it. So now he's got like the little screwdriver arm.
That's so cool.
Imagine this thing's chasing you through the hallway. Like Skynet gets confused and starts making babies,
Oh, God,
serial
that'd
killer
be
babies
scary.
after John Connor. Oh, it'd be hilarious. It'd be like the Baby Geniuses thing, but like baby assassins. Great. But I don't know. I think Halloween might be a thing that kids in this generation kind of have a weird relationship with. Sort of like how we have a weird relationship with like that gelatin that has pasta in the middle of it.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, the old people like that gelatin stuff with the pasta in the middle of it. You remember that?
Yeah, that's so gross.
Yeah.
But I think it, in terms
I think
of,
the kids, yeah.
it depends on where you're at. And also remember, we're in a time where people are worried about their kids getting kidnapped on the street and like are reporting parents for letting their kids run around unattended at the park. We're in like the beyond helicopter parenting era right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, arguably they don't really have much of a choice. They've been since COVID, there's just a spiral in what to do with your kid. They're just sort of there now. Now that everyone's sort of realized you can do everything at home and in these small groups, the kids are just sort of, I don't know, they're like pets. I gotta walk my toddler now,
Otherwise, if you don't, if you're not with your kid, then you get report. People have done this where they report the parents to the cops, and it's so weird because I don't know if you did it or not, Cider, but my friends and I would walk to the park by ourselves. Like I mean, I mentioned it before. I used to ride my bike with the neighborhood kids around up and down the street, and like we would just go ride down different hills in our neighborhood. Like this was not a problem. When we were growing up, this was not an issue. But now because of how overprotective parents are, yeah, it's you can't have that anymore.
Like up here on my way out in the countryside, there wasn't like a threat of like a drive-by or like some shootout happening. The bigger threat was predators that not like a big cat or something. Like you'd think a bear would drag a kid off or something, but no. I'm talking more about just child abusers that would abduct kids on Halloween because out in the countryside there's some distance between these houses. There's only a few places. You have to go into actual cities to find houses that are like neighborhood organized where you can like the porch light from the next house is illuminating the sidewalk that connects to the house beside it, right? So you're never really in the dark. But in the country, that's not the case. It's like a good 5-minute walk between the houses where you're just in pitch black unless there's like cars going by to illuminate the side of the road for you. You brought a flashlight or something,
Yeah.
If you're not, that's how it is out in the countryside. So for us, we had our parents with us because they were like, yeah, I know that you got to walk between houses and I know you got a flashlight and I know you feel real powerful with your foam sword, but there's a 40-year-old lurking in the bushes. I can smell him from here. So I'm going to walk with you. And that was just how it was. So like the helicopter parenting on Halloween thing isn't really a much of a thing on my end because, because of that. The kids were always sort of monitored on Halloween, but I get where you're coming from, is that this hyper fixation on keeping the kids safe prevents them from experiencing anything. But on the other end, there's creepy ice cream trucks that chase people around now. So
Well, you obviously got to be with your kids on Halloween for trick or treating until they're like what, like maybe 12 or something.
usually by
10?
then they're out of it. 10 is kind of like the last time they're ready to really take it seriously.
I'm
By
talking about
12
without. I'm talking about without their parents monitoring them.
Oh,
like-
I'd wait till they were able to drive.
No.
Just only because I'm in the countryside. I'm different.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah, that's true. You're in the countryside, and like I'm more in closer to.
I
being
would
in the
want
city.
them that if they got into a situation that they would be able to haul ass out of it. You know, that's why, you know, because they got to go a distance before they can meet any help. That's what my thinking is. For you, that's right there. Like the next house over, somebody's got a gun and can deal with whatever's gone wrong. They can hear the trouble. Where I come from, good luck. You hear a gunshot in the middle of the night, could be a drunk neighbor, could be a home invasion, 50-50. Could be both at the same time. Could be your drunk neighbor home invading himself. Speaking of home invasions, though, imagine opening a candy bar and seeing this looking back at you.
Oh god, that's scary.
Says, check your kids' Halloween candy carefully. Someone tried to hide Cash Patel. So we have Sakuramita saying, Nerdigans, how badly Power Rangers is without Super Sentai as it go off the air. You heard about this.
Yeah, I did. Like I haven't heard seen any official statement from Toei, so I'm taking it with a grain of salt. But a lot of people are saying that this is going to be a rebranding. So
yes,
that to me that makes sense if they're going through a full rebrand.
Well, and I'm not really sure if there is a an easy way to explain this. So what Toei alluded to earlier this year is that they want to do global outreach. They need to reach beyond the limit of Japanese shores, meaning there aren't enough kids in Japan to do the thing. Okay. So part of that is they have to change things up in order to fit into different markets. Now, when I say different markets, I mean mainly the USA. China doesn't really protect their tokusatsu the way that Power Rangers is protected in the United States. And there were deals that Hayao Saban worked out with Super Sentai in the original days that prevented the, the thing from coming over here and being a actual production, like on our airwaves, the way that Zets is, if you will, over there on Tokusatsu. So what this is a chance to change that by becoming something just enough different from Power Rangers to enter the markets that Power Rangers currently holds dominance over. So that's the theory that's going around. There is no official documentation about that. Leakers are again extrapolating what they're able to from the information they're given from their insiders, who of course can't reveal too much, else they'll lose their job for indicating who they are, having access to that information. So Toei's official PR company, PR X account, public relations account, has not addressed this whatsoever. The Super Sentai account has not addressed this whatsoever. But the BBC, of course, picked this up to talk about it. And it's one of those things that I guess marks the era, that there aren't enough children in Japan. And so Japanese companies have to reach out, and part of that is transforming. After 50 years, though, it's a good run, I'd say.
It is. It just blows my mind that, especially since they're, doing more of an outreach via, what is the word? Same day, simulcast. There we go. Simulcast. It's weird that you're starting to do simulcast and now you're just going to rebrand it. The thing is, is if it's marketed more, because I don't think there's a good enough marketing campaign over here for it. But like if it's marketed well, like you'll see what happens with Chainsaw Man and Demon Slayer. You'll get that effect. Hell, Jujutsu Kaisen is getting an IMAX release. The theaters are starting to wake up and realize, oh, you know what? We could get people up in seats and make more money if we put anime movies in theaters and actually market them and have more screenings besides like one screening per day.
Yeah, again, like that's anime is in a more difficult position, I think, than Super Sentai is. Because Super Sentai is not trying to break an expectation. I think they're trying to meet an expectation, whereas anime is trying to break the expectation that all animated things are made for babies, you know? So
I feel like that would be the case for Super Sentai as well, though. Power Rangers isn't going to do shit. There's no way. I would be surprised if there are any more Power Ranger seasons. If anything, I just wish that like they would focus more on marketing the other Power Ranger seasons.
well, and this is the market data that I went and looked up about this over the past couple of months, is that because of what Neo Saban and Hasbro did, there is no market for that. They've made Mighty Morphin look so. Spider-Man doesn't change a lot. If he gets a new costume, it doesn't last very long. He goes back to the original little black spider on a chest and the webbing throughout the suit, dominant red on top, blue on the bottom. So with a little spider belt in the middle there, spider belt design, you know? So likewise, Mickey Mouse doesn't change his design. He's got his red pants, his white gloves, and his, Mickey Mouse ears. Now, on Thanksgiving, when we go and watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, you're going to see the Red Ranger intermingled with those characters that never change. So to the American populace, the Red Ranger is the Power Ranger. Mighty Morphin Red Tyranno Ranger is the Power Ranger. So they have to start with Mighty Morphin if they do a reboot. After that, though, they definitely need to migrate out of it. I'm not sure that they can't handle everything, Sakuramita. I just don't think the willpower to do that is there. Because as I've discussed with Nerdigans and Spencer at length on this show over the years, Super Sentai and Power Rangers have an immense amount of potential here in the United States to diversify their content. You can create a Power Rangers for children and a Power Rangers for adults. Similarly with Super Sentai. It's very simple. You don't have to go the route of comic. Go ahead.
I mean, we saw it happen like throughout the year. I think it was mainly when Disney got the license for Power Rangers. That's when Power Rangers was more than just for little kids. No, they told really mature stories.
Right, exactly. And it was really a lot to do with the experience of not just being a Power Ranger, but also an adult in that role. Because I believe the majority of Power Rangers in the Disney series were full-blown adults.
They were they were still teenagers, but they were dealing with a lot more adult situations.
I think Dino Thunder was the only one in school. I want to say that Mystic Force was like college kids. Of course, SPD were full-blown adults. They were police officers. Operation Overdrive were all professionals that were brought in, as much as we'd like to forget that. And the Jungle Fury guys all worked at the pizza place. So they didn't go to school.
You could be a teenager and work at a pizza place.
Well, what I'm saying is they didn't show them at school. So I don't remember if they were at school. I want to say most of the Disney Power Rangers were full-blown adults. And that's fine. That actually works a lot better when you think about what they got to do. When you really think about what 5 teenagers with attitude fighting a murderous, genocidal space witch, that's a lot to put on a 17-year-old. But like a soldier who's kind of been groomed to, conditioned to believe that he can take on a space witch, I don't know. Maybe they have an easier time with it, I guess. Seemed to work pretty well for him in SPD. But Doggy Kruger wasn't fazed by much, I'll tell you that.
I mean, the way to do it to get, and this was what they did in 2017 to promote the live action, the new live action at the time, was Twitch just streamed everything. They streamed every season of Power Rangers that they could, and people, it was a lot of fun because people could chat and talk about it, and that's how I got into some of the Power Rangers series that I missed out on.
Well, and that's what's happened with the Tokusatsu channel. Tokusatsu channel. So again, like we have a good friend here at the channel, Society Reviews, Jacob, dropping in here on Halloween. Pleasure to see you, friend. Hope it's going well for you. We have time for Superhuman Cyber Squad to make the greatest comeback of all time.
Or Beetleborgs.
Well, I mean, I don't know if B-Fighter has had a revisit over the years, but Gridman, the original, the source for the Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, Gridman's back. Gridman's had several anime.
Yeah.
Gridman's been rolled over into other franchises even. So if they wanted to do that, then yeah, they have plenty to work with, Jacob, bringing that over. And the American side of it's even easier than the Power Rangers because quite literally, the American actors do not interact with any of the Japanese footage. They sit in front of a computer and then they get zapped into the computer and they do the fighting as Gridman. They do not transform into Gridman at any point. They go from sitting in the computer chair to the being in the middle of the fight. That's it. So yeah, they could. That would work. That would work. They got to work on spelling cyber though. That's wrong. With an S, that's bad. But that is how it's spelled in the logo, so it's very confusing. We have, man, everything's so small because I'm so far away. Oh, I can't read this name. I'm sorry. Nerdigans, what is the name of this person?
PhD Joshua.
Thank you. Saying, I think, need to bring back a form of Lightspeed Rescue. Sure. I've been working on my own tokusatsu called the Rescue Soldiers, and that's what they do, is they focus on saving people. There's no giant monster battles. There's none of that. It's just purely, people responding to natural disasters or human-caused disasters. So, yeah, it's strange to me that Super Sentai did dinosaurs over and over again. And we're never like, you know what, rescue, that was a good thing. They never went back to that for some reason.
Time Force is definitely one of the more popular ones too. I think the most popular ones in the Disney era were SPD, Time Force, Lightspeed Rescue, and RPM. I think those are the most the popular ones.
Yeah,
the most popular
pretty close. Ones. Yeah. We have Alpha Omega here saying, I always thought it was odd Power Rangers chose teens instead of people with military experience. Imagine a tokusatsu considering of U.S. military vets. You could do so much with it. Exactly. See, that's my thinking. That's what I did with the Rescue Soldiers, is that they're all from various military branches. They all have like specialties that they come from that their team is geared toward. My creation, the Rescue Soldiers Vehicle Team 5, they're all ace pilots because all of their vehicles involve flying for some duration before they're dispatched to the emergency that they need to deal with. So it requires them to be ace pilots. So that's where they come from. They're all from the Air Force. And this is, the thinking behind that is that if you have a group of heroes that are entrusted with an experimental technology that is intended to be used to save lives, odds are you're not going to be putting teenagers in the line of danger like that. It's, of course, again, it's fantasy. They get into giant robots and fight giant monsters, okay? That's it's not like it needs to be totally grounded here. But for the sake of verisimilitude, some of the teams should be adults with military backgrounds. Not all of them, obviously. I'll do it with the Rescue Soldiers, but the Power Rangers and Super Sentai don't need to. That's their thing, is to, yeah, sure, why not? You could believe that some Beverly Hills teenagers can kick the ass of a space witch. Why not? Giant robots. Beetleborgs is as bad as Masked Rider. Atrocities. Well, if you're familiar with B-Fighter, then yeah, it's pretty rough. But The Beetleborgs actually somehow managed to be more popular than the Power Rangers for a while, despite
I remember
not getting
that.
any. Yeah, despite not getting any like the same kind of treatment that the Power Rangers did in the media. Among the children, they were more interested in Blue Jay Leno. BTW.
Okay, the Tick.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Yep.
You're talking about the Tick, or are you talking about yeah, it has to be the Tick because that is Jay Leno's chin. Because I was thinking.
Oh no,
maybe something else.
Flapper. The ghost in Beetleborgs. He looks like Jay Leno, but blue.
Ah, okay.
I'd bring it up, but I'm not at the keyboard. Sorry. Mouse and keyboard are in two different stations. I'm doing my best. But, oh, right. Sakuramita says, Boom is ending the VR Troopers comic. Well, it's almost like VR Troopers just isn't that attractive of a concept 30 years after the fact. What a surprise. Now that we know what virtual reality is and what it's capable of, what do you know? Weaponizing it isn't exactly as easy as the VR Troopers made it look. So, yeah. Again, this is the thing with the Metal Heroes genre, is that it's far better geared to be an experimental technology genre than a gimmick technology genre. Like, you're not going to see a 3D television Super Sentai, because that's a gimmick. That's not an experimental technology. So, yeah, you already have an American Lightspeed Rescue. It's called Paw Patrol. Well, arguably, we do have a lot of rescue-based shows. That one that Dennis Leary was in called Rescue Me.
Yeah.
We do have another one called Rescue 911 now, I guess, that airs on one of the three major networks, ABC, CBS, NBC, I forget which one. But they recently had a space episode where two of their first responders were launched into space because reasons. And they had to help somebody.
Not?
Yeah, well, why not? It's television. But at least it wasn't in like a Pinto, a Pontiac Fiero, So, but they had to do that. They put some first responders in space because, again, like this is why the American culture, I guess, is different than the rest of the world. Is that our culture only goes back about 250 years, 300 max. As Americans, we bring culture from other nations, of course, but as what it was considered an American culture, we're pretty modern. So many of the things that are like cornerstones to our beliefs are incredibly modern things, like the concept of saving a life, risking your life to save a life. It seems pretty obvious, right, that you would do that, but not so much 1,000 years ago. That could get you into a lot of trouble. People didn't really necessarily want to take that risk on a complete stranger. We like to romanticize this kind of stuff, but 9 times out of 10, they just put that guy out of his misery as opposed to trying to get him out from underneath the rock that had fallen on. So, again, like we look at this from modern eyes, but in the American mind, that is worth it. We have this mentality that we should all survive the disaster. We should all survive the challenge, not just the best of us. And again, it's not saying the world is cold-hearted, but it still functions on those old world ideas of, hey, you're going to die if you let the bear catch up in order to stay with your buddy. If your buddy's too slow, he's going to eat by the bear, but you'll survive. And this just isn't in the American culture. We have it with our businessmen because they're sociopaths, but what we teach to our kids on a day-to-day basis is self-sacrifice. We all have to move forward. This is why Japan and the US have an incredible synergy, is that we're unlike most other nations in that this is how we express ourselves. Japan, again, makes this a voluntary thing like the US makes it a voluntary thing. And that's why we have this adoration for rescue forces and firefighters and first responders and police officers, is because these are still very incredibly modern concepts as far as how they're practiced today. A lawgiver, an enforcer, that's not new. A doctor, that's not new, of course. A firefighter, of course it's new because of Ben Franklin, but someone that responded to a fire, if you will, that is not new. But how they're practiced in the form of today, that is a new concept. And, especially firefighting is pretty American. We came up with it. So, again, not the act of putting out fires. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that Ben Franklin was the first guy to think about putting out fires, but he was the first guy to formulate the concept of a civil service that would respond to this in order to help people who were unable to answer the inferno that had overtaken their property. He was the first to say we should have a brigade of people dedicated to this in order to make sure that people don't burn down their cities. And then somehow the Chicago fired him. So, who remembers the Rescue Heroes?
Oh,
Yep.
my brother had the toys at the time. When they came out. So yeah, I know that. But something that I just remembered is, I don't know if you've seen them, Cider, but G.I. Joe's been making a comeback lately. And they just, speaking of firemen and police officers, they just put out a firefighter set and a police set. And I think the police set comes with the dog, if I remember correctly.
Yep. So G.I. Joe is one of those strange ones where I can't tell if it's popular with kids or adults.
I think it's more popular with adults right now.
Again, it's not one that's hard to sell for kids because it's like, hey, cool military guys doing cool military stuff. Let's go. So I can't tell. It's hard for me to tell, but I would assume that you're right because
having the show make a comeback would be a smart thing to do.
I don't know how you do it. That's the thing. Right now, a lot of parents are sensitive to gun violence. So, like, what are you going to do? Like, 90% of that is, like, pointing and shooting guns at each other. So if they're shooting lasers at each other. See, the original series was always like, Cobra Commander and Destro are in the tank, and Duke and the boys got to take them out. But how we did that was we made sure that when the tank exploded, Cobra Commander and Destro walked out of the wreckage holding their heads, vowing revenge. So it'd have to be like that, where there's like zero consequences. And I just don't think the kids of today are going to buy that when they can hop into Fortnite and wipe out their friends. It's a different world where, like, back in the day, you could sell kids on Cobra Commander and Destro surviving the explosion of a tank. But now the same audience is able to go play Battlefield where they team wipe somebody blowing up a tank,
God, helicopter parenting is just ridiculous.
Yep.
Well, I mean, Karens are making a comeback, so I mean...
This is Lulz. I remember G.I. Joe were dolls. Yeah,
my brother had one of them. My brother had, like, I think at least two of them, and I remember I would take it and play with it and have it play with my Barbie dolls at the time. So yeah, I know about the G.I. Joe dolls.
Yep, I know all about that. I was into Max Steel, so I had Max Steel action figures. The original Max Steel, not the new one that got all tokusatsu-y. That's a case of bad tokusatsu, really, when you get down to what happened to Max Steel. That's very sad what happened. But my younger cousin was, you know how family members will become obsessed with each other when they're young because they're like the only other person you're exposed to in your age group?
Yeah.
So, like, everything this other person does becomes like your total focus, and they're the coolest person ever. It's simply because they're the only other person in your age group that you talk to on a regular basis. So that's what happened to my younger cousin, is I was the only other, like, under 10-year-old that she had access to. And so she would take my Max Steel dolls and go play the Barbie doll wedding thing, and I would find her, like, with them playing house and talking about having children and things like that and all this. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, this is the furthest thing that what Max Steel would be talking about. He doesn't talk about babies. That's not what Max Steel does. Kids already saw anime. Blood is not that shocking. Well, it depends on what they're allowed to see, but the violence is what I really agree with you on, is that, again, you try to bring back the G.I. Joe. They did this with Sigma 6. You remember G.I. Joe Sigma 6?
Yeah.
So that was one of those, oh boy, I forget which era of children's cartoon block that was jammed into. It was the mid-2000s. But it was like WB Kids or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right. I think it was, I don't think it couldn't have been the later 2000s. It would have probably had to have been the mid or early 2000s kids.
Very mid. But let's see if I can find the intro to it. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the keyboard. Hold on. I gotta
go and grab the keyboard.
Kidding. It's all the way over here. I'm typing right
now. Oh man. I mean, you have people. It's weird where you have certain parents, and I think it's been like this for eons now, where parents are like, "Oh, violence is okay, but boobs, no, 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 you can't have boobs or bikinis in a kids show."
Oh, I have. Yeah, no, you're right. You can't do that because God forbid that the children again, what is porn and what is regular life is such a blurred line right now. Like, what are you gonna do when you go to the beach, lady? What are you gonna do when you go to the beach? Guess what?
Tell the person to put on a burqa.
I guess wrap yourself in a towel while you tan. My child doesn't want to be exposed to your gazongas. But yeah, so I'll take you back here to like I think 2006. I don't know what this is, but anyway, this is Sigma 6.
G.I. Joe Sigma 6, code name for a highly trained special mission force. Its objective, stop Cobra, stop Cobra. Sigma 6, be a hero. G.I. Joe will turn the tide.
Yeah, it really pisses me off how much work Stephen Blum gets because it's like it's getting really annoying. He's like in everything, and he's always the serious guy voice, and it's really getting tiresome.
I mean, it was good in the 90s and 2000s, but
Well, he was kind of fresh then, you know, but now he's like everywhere. Ugh, he's like the Pedro Pascal of voice actors.
Sigma 6 is on your side. Be a hero. Be the best of the best. Whenever there's a mission.
No, this is real. This isn't somebody's fan-made thing or anything. This is real.
this is such a 2000 show. Holy shit.
It's the lyrics are like AI wrote them. Like I work with AI all the time. Like I listen to this stuff and I'm like, how did AI not write this? Do you hear that? Tunnel Rat Ignite. Someone actually wrote that and someone else had to sing that out loud for money. There's that guy. Remember that.
I hate Cobra Commander looks like freaking Shredder there.
Be a hero. They had no idea what to do with this. What? Whenever there's a mission, G.I. Joe is there. So like they're like cruising the Craigslist ads? What's that mean? But yeah, no, this was real. This is it. Yeah, anime G.I. Joe. I wonder. I can't get to my keyboard again. I have to
You
take
don't
the
have a
zip
wireless
line.
keyboard?
No, of course not. Who do you think who do you think you're dealing with here? Somebody that does this a lot? I don't move my keyboard anywhere. I'm pretty sure if this isn't even my primary keyboard, this is like a backup keyboard. My primary one, pretty sure if I lifted it up, part of the desk would come up with it. It's been there so long. It's like fused into the. Yeah, it was an interesting show. I'm not really sure what happened with like the writing of it because like I didn't have consistent access to Fox Kids at the time or wherever this was airing, so I didn't see the whole thing through. But the bits and pieces I remember of it were pretty fun. But like Nerdigan said, this is just peak Jackie Chan Adventures style.
Dude, Jackie Chan Adventures was awesome though.
Yeah. This was the formula that they went with Sigma 6, though, is they had to go around and collect these different alien codex things. Or some type.
Javelin Showdown.
Well, no. This was in G.I. Joe Sigma 6.
No, I'm saying it's very much like that.
Oh, yes.
Like
Yeah.
Javelin
That was another
Showdown.
one that was a lot of fun. They should do a live action version of that. That would actually do pretty well as a live action series.
Well, you got to find someone that has yellow skin, though.
Do you?
Or paint them yellow. I mean, because
right?
Yeah.
Or just find someone who's like relentlessly Asian, you know, and put them in that position, you know?
Oh my God.
And people will be like, oh no, I get it. That's the guy. He talks like the guy. Yeah, the X-Men Evolution era. Yeah,
Dude,
that
X-Men Evolution
right.
was amazing. I loved it. I really
Another
hate that it
one
was
where
unresolved.
Stephen Blum talks too much. Well, But yeah, that was the first time I think Brown Wolverine was on television since the 70s with the original X-Men cartoon.
Yeah.
But yep, brown costume Wolverine. I didn't like it. I still don't like it. It's yellow and blue for me. But Jacob's here and he says, I finally saw the final battle between Yugi and Yami on Yu-Gi-Oh! After 20 years. That show is a cult and is a cult as fuck.
Well, yeah, because it's using ancient Egyptian mythology.
Well, not only that, but like also like they're just summoning straight up demons. Like they're just
really
straight up.
I like the 5th season, Dawn of the Duel. That's when they go back to Egypt and learn about Yami's past and everything. God, that was such a good season. It was so good.
Right.
I like that one, and that one's definitely my favorite. It's up there with Val City. Val City's really good too. But I'm a sucker for mythology, so that's why I think I like Dawn of the Duel so much. And then you get the Kaiba lore too. And then Bakura is all of the planning that Bakura was doing behind the scenes comes to fruition. You find out that Bakura's been the main villain the entire time, which I thought was awesome, and how that was all connected.
I gotta tell you, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series does it way better.
The manga is good, but I will say this in regards to the manga, it expands way more on the manga content, which is nice to have. But some of the things that they did change from the manga, really do bother me because it was a lot cooler.
Well, did you ever see Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode 0?
Yes, I read the manga for it too.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Originally, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was very, very different. A young man, of course, was possessed by the Millennium Puzzle, liked playing games, but rather than solving his problems with quirky card fights that summoned holographic, sometimes real monsters, he challenged people to games of death.
Yeah.
With guns and lighting people on fire and shit. He was up against pedophiles, murderers, gangsters, not Joey.
Well, you see the flashback in the anime to when he saved Anzu, aka Taya, from a pedo. You didn't get to see the full game, mind you, the penalty game, but there was that flashback.
Yeah, that weird Easter egg for people who had any reason whatsoever to know what that was. I guess I don't know. Sorry, I'm carving a pumpkin, so I'm a little distracted. My cutting is terrible here.
God, I wish they would just freaking redub Yu-Gi-Oh! So we can have a better version of it. I know they tried to a while ago, but
believe it or not, I think what keeps a lot of people in the fandom is just how terrible it is.
Because of the Shadow Realm and all that.
Yeah, I think it really is just how bizarrely adapted this franchise is what keeps people around. Because even if you're familiar with Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh, the American Yu-Gi-Oh is going to take so many turns.
Oh, same with, it's not just Duel Monsters either. There's GX too. There's the stuff in GX gets really funky, but stop it, kitty. 4Kids didn't adapt the final season of GX, and that season is really, really dark.
Yeah, the Shadow Realm is hell. Yep. That's kind of that. There's a lot of that in Japanese
the point.
anime.
It kind of made it obvious when 4Kids kind of made it obvious when it was a filler episode where Bakura was in the graveyard and sent bones to the Shadow Realm. It's it's basically hell.
I think it's kind of the point of it, though, is that there's kind of not supposed to be a mistake about that. It's not it's the Shadow Realm here in the United States because we can't call it hell, but that's basically there's no
you
other
can call
term
it Hethel, but
yeah, right. But Yame's god is literally named Ishtar. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. See, one of the things that a lot of people will come to know about the Japanese as Japanese media becomes more popular here is that they don't obey genre. They don't obey okay, so this goes here, that goes there. This means that. No, if it sounds cool, they go with it. Evangelion had, despite all of its imagery, messaging, word use, all of that has next to nothing to do with the actual Bible. Hideki Anno read parts of the Bible and found them absolutely fascinating, particularly Revelations, and decided that he wanted to pitch an anime about that being aliens doing all of that. And that was it. That has nothing, it had nothing to do with like Christianity's inferior. He was simply inspired by the hellacious predictions made in the Bible about the end times and decided to manifest those as freaky alien screaming polygons. So, and he did. And that's really, I think that's why Evangelion lasts so long and why it keeps repeating, is because it is just so tightly wound to what people, like that. Everybody's got a conspiracy about how the end of the world's going to come about, what's going to trigger it, who's going to be involved, all that jazz. And Evangelion is sort of like some guy's really, really, really overdone TED talk about that. So I love that. Yeah, and the finger pointing of doom. That's right. It's time to do.
Also the finger guns.
Yep. It's like, I love the meme where it's like mostly Yu-Gi-Oh characters and it says, be the American that the Japanese think you are.
Oh, yeah. That's part of that is because of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Yeah, Keith Bandit is the best American stereotype. Absolutely.
He is.
And then right behind him is Chibbity Crockett.
He was giving you Hulk Hogan realness, but without the mustache.
Yep. And that, arguably, I mean, like, that's, if the Japanese view us like that, that's fantastic. At least they don't view us as...
You'll see something similar in the 100, if you read the 100 Girlfriends, you know what I'm talking about, but in the anime, you'll be seeing it soon. There's a teacher, like an American LARPer, who's a teacher, an English teacher, Miss Naughty, and she is pure American. She is like wearing like the Stars and Stripes and everything. I love her. And she tries to talk like an American because she's wants to be free from like her family's strictness. And America is free like that. She dyed her hair blonde and everything too. And she rocks a cowboy hat as well.
I think they call those Westaboos.
Yes, the Westaboos.
I think that's what they call them over there. And of course, they are people that are not necessarily welcomed in many circles due to their belief systems. But that kind of adoration is, it's funny when it comes out in guys dressing up like cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
I like that when you see Japanese guys at Japanese country Western bars and you see people singing in full Japanese, like Alan Jackson songs. Like, it blows my mind sometimes to hear a Japanese man say, Chattahoochee,
Yeah.
That's Chattahoochee. I love it. But, no shit. It's named after Ishtar. It's based on Egypt. Yeah, Ra would be my better guess because like he was the big top guy. But again, like I've never studied Egyptian mythology at any length.
Well, you have Ra, and then Yugi's god monster, his main one, is supposed to be Osiris. I think it is.
Well, that would explain the Shadow Realm.
Well, it's we're talking about Slifer. Slifer's actual the name in Japanese is Osiris, which is basically, it depends on which version you look at, because Osiris is in charge of the underworld, Egyptian underworld, or but that's the one that's the most known. And then you also have one of the you had what's her name? Ishizu. Yeah, you have Ishizu's her ancestor's name is Isis, after the god. So she's not a god, but still, she was one of the priestesses, or one of the priests.
See.
Yeah.
Isis is one of the ones that comes up quite a bit. We had in Mystic Force there was Itasis, who was based off of course, in the Japanese version. I don't remember her name, but from Magi Rangers, she was based off of the goddess Bastet.
Bastet, the cat. Yeah, I know who Bastet is.
The cat goddess.
Yeah, the cat goddess. This is what happens when you read the the Rick Riordan series. You learn a lot about mythology.
The Rick Rolled series?
Rick Riordan's franchise, like Percy Jackson. He has an Egyptian spinoff that's really, really good, and you learn a lot about the Egyptian gods. And we also saw, and you also saw his stat in, essentially saw her in the Aladdin animated series.
Oh, the big tiger head?
The Catwoman, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
She was the main villain in the animated series. Ow, cat, that hurts.
Behind Abysmal.
Ow!
Remember Abysmal? That was great.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you need to punish the cat?
Cat, stop it.
You will be sent to the Shadow Realm.
Stop it, kitty. I gotta clip your claws because they hurt. He just wants to play. That's what he wants. He just wants to play.
So,
he's going after his little laser pointer thing, but
that makes it easier, doesn't it?
oh, he's going after the string that's on it.
Did you see Anime Men were brought to Japan? No, I have no idea who the Anime Men are. Is that like
are
the
you
Try
talking about the
Guys or whatever?
YouTuber? Are you talking about the YouTuber, the Anime Man?
Ow,
cat, that hurts. Bad kitty. Bad kitty.
No, she's not Morgan Webb. She's oh gosh, I forgot his
No,
name.
I'm Kenma in Haikyuu.
Kenma. That's an anime, Jacob.
Oh, you want to play, huh? You want your laser? Here, Mr. Man. So you don't hurt me no more. Go after your laser. Go on your scratchy board. There. Now he's a happy kitty. Hopefully he does not hurt me no more. God, it's called freaking shit.
Sorry, I'm just moving stuff around here. Of course, I'm away from the microphone a little bit. Sorry.
It's all good.
Oh. Good news, everybody.
Yay!
Bo stage show.
Yeah, I saw that a while ago. But yeah.
Well, whatever. I just saw it today. So there.
Yeah.
But if you're not familiar, Bobobo is an absurdist story. I believe it started out as a manga.
Yes.
It's a absurdist story in the Japanese fashion in which mostly random things happen and are mostly solved by more random things happening.
Like Space Dandy.
I would say cranked up to 10, though. Space Dandy at least tried to obey some rules. Bobobo was sort of like, in the moment, what would be the most ridiculous thing to happen, and then it does. One of the main characters, his main weapon is farting. I'm not kidding you. So, when the little orange guy and the big blonde-haired man, I think there might be somebody who posted a picture of them here somewhere. Of course not. Japanese are terribly efficient. There's no time to post pictures of the characters. Anyway. So when these characters combine, I forget what the other two characters are called. I'm sorry. It's been a long time. So the orange guy and the blue guy combine, they create a woman. Sort of like the sexy jutsu thing, but she is a idol star that can sing the enemy into a pleasant slumber. They're usually depicted with hearts in their eyes, so I'm guessing that they're overwhelmed by their desire to be in love with her, I guess. So
yeah.
Those 5 tourists who made the list where they rated everything.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Viz hired them to promote Kingdom, which really bothers me. It's like, dude, besides me, there are other people that cover Kingdom manga. You're not going to reach out to people who actually cover Kingdom. You're going to reach out to a bunch of tourists that don't know shit.
Right. Makes perfect sense. You don't want anybody who knows what they're talking about to come around. That would like, I don't know. Be helpful. Who wants
It
to be
happened
helpful?
with Bleach too. We've seen like dumb business choices of who they hire to promote certain things. Really, just makes no sense.
That's fair. Speaking of making no sense, congratulations, everybody. One way or another, you're going to have to get an ID in order to be on the internet.
Well, you have to for like Texas, Louisiana, and Utah. You have to for that.
Well, now you have, in order to make purchases, they want to make sure you have to sign off on a biometric whatchamahoosit. And there you go.
I'm not using it. I don't use the biometric on my phone either.
And again, like that's just it. Is that like, will they give you a choice? And I don't know. If you're not using cash and you have to use plastic, I don't know. They may try to tell you that like, oh, it's in order to protect your identity that your thumbprint is accessed every time you make a transaction. That wouldn't be annoying, you know, with your auto pay feature, like every 2 hours in a regular work day, your auto pay feature is like, hey, we need your thumbprint. Come on. Hold it up there.
Watch, the same people that are bitching about digital ID are the same ones that want to ban porn and are like, nah, banning porn won't lead to digital ID. Well, it's happening in Australia. They're trying to, I think it was the e-safety person, head of the e-safety commission, Julie Ennert, I think her name is, who was saying that, suggesting that digital ID be used for everything. It was either in Australia or the UK this was happening. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, there are psychos that want you to use digital ID for everything. The UK is just straight up fallen. The UK, I know the UK, they're expanding digital ID for everything.
Well, we do have Spencer here.
Hello!
Happy Halloween.
Oh no, my mic. Where's my mic? Can anybody
We hear you.
We can hear you.
I don't know why things aren't. Oh, there we go. Now my pictures are all working. Hello, what's going on, everybody? It's Halloween. What's going on?
Carving a pumpkin miserably.
Nice. Dude, I haven't carved a pumpkin in so long. I like genuinely
Same.
missed it.
I do too, especially when you see all the jack-o'-lantern designs that are out now.
I'm not doing anything fancy, so.
No, of course not. No way. Nobody would expect you to, but it's just like, it's one of those like traditions you could do as a kid when you had time, and now it's like, oh, I don't know when I'm going to squeeze in a damn pumpkin carving.
And then take out the pumpkin seeds and like toast them in the oven with some seasoning.
See, I never got, so like, I know people do that. They never tasted like anything to me. I never got that.
No, you had to put seasoning on it. Otherwise it wouldn't taste, you won't get any flavor.
Maybe that's like, I don't know. I did it once and I was like, this is whatever.
It's
And-
from the ye olde days where you boiled the marrow out of the bones and made a broth out of that. too,
100%.
Everything
But I mean,
gets used.
some of that stuff still tastes good. So I was like, maybe these Dust Bowl farmers had something and they didn't.
No, my mom, every year my mom and I would carve a pumpkin and she would take the seeds out and then she would put them in the oven. And I think, if I remember correctly, it was seasonal. Lori Seasonal, she put that on the pumpkin seeds and then baked them. And they tasted so good.
Yep, that doesn't surprise me. The pumpkin seeds are sort of they're a bit like tofu, I guess. It's what you make of it. It can be terrible if it's just pumpkin seeds because without any
that's
seasoning,
anything, right? Yeah.
without any seasoning, arguably they just taste like musky popcorn without any seasoning. It's just
I
kind
mean,
of
that's
in your
like
mouth.
that's like British food. Like they don't put anything on it, and it's the nastiest stuff you'll ever eat.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty close. This is not going to be great. But what ends up happening? Wow. Oh well, it'll be unique.
You didn't get a
But,
Sentai stencil or anything?
No, of course not.
It's too hard to do a Sentai stencil because like, okay, there's the thing you can obviously do where you like chip away at the pumpkin like skin to make it like, you know, like get the yellow effect, like yeah. You can do that for the visor, but like it's 90% visor. It's really, really hard to make those work. I guess you could do like the Power Coins. I guess that's Power Rangers, but just like all their logos. But I feel like that's hard too.
That's a lot of work. Or you could just put like the logo from the PowerPoint in the center of it. That's what you're talking about.
That's a lot of work to do it still. I mean,
No, of
you're
course.
arguably, you're arguably trying to like draw a Tyrannosaurus Rex or trace one in like full on Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's not like a polite little like vector
No, they're
version.
not. Yeah, they're not stylized either. They're very, or they are stylized, but they're not like simple. Like they've got their scales and all the lines and the teeth. Like it's gonna get hard in there. But see, like to me, how do you guys feel about this? Because like I know some people, like when I was poor growing up, sometimes we could only do like the draw on pumpkins, and like that's fine if that's what you've got available. But I feel like at the very least, if you've got a choice, you've got to at least carve like the simple pumpkin Cider's doing. You can't just draw on eyes. It doesn't feel right.
So this is a ye olde tradition about warding off evil spirits, and that's where the jack-o'-lantern is. It's practice anyway. In missed that completely. Anyway,
at least you're taking that part out.
Yeah, I guess. But I am now. But it's a tradition back then, like way back in the days of the Puritans and things like that, when like everything would get you sent to hell. So not that it won't, but like it was much more a problem, I guess.
Man, I don't know, but where we are now, I feel like everything sends me to hell now, so fuck it as well. But
yeah,
like
so
that's or go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, so what this would do is that the spirit would see the pumpkin and go, "Oh shit," and run, because like apparently ghosts hate fucking glowing pumpkins. So who knew?
Yeah, see,
You know?
like no, that's exactly it, right? So like even if we're going by that old tradition, if you just draw it on, are the ghosts going to be scared? Can the ghosts detect like writing and drawing on surfaces, or are they only reacting to like, oh, there's flame in the night, like the flaming face? Ooh.
To be completely honest with you, I don't think enough thought went into that. I think it was more over, I am afraid of this, so a ghost that is a human being would be afraid of this.
I mean, back in the day, we had like all the like poisoning of our bread with like all the like mold, and then we had the lead poisoning epidemic. Yeah, and the like the Americans did a number on our brains. We've probably not been thinking straight for a lot of our traditional like decisions. Like, what the fuck is a cornucopia? I don't know what that is, but they keep insisting that it like shows up on everything.
So, you know, again, it's fire. Yes, yep. Fire, ghosts hate fire.
All ghosts are Frankensteins.
Yeah.
All monsters can be broken down into ghost or what? Like zombie. That's it. And all monsters fall into those categories.
Right, the light fights the darkness. That's arguably what this is, but the added thing that it's a spooky face was like the ghost would be like, it's already haunted. I gotta go find another place to haunt. I hate this. Hate my life. My afterlife.
So like, okay, wait. Let me run this by you too. So like, if by this logic, if a ghost, let's say it's like a haunted town, right? Like the ghost haunts that cemetery of this town. And then on Halloween, they all go, ooh, here's our pumpkins. We've got the entire town. It's our tradition. Like we make sure every inch of it is covered with pumpkins. Does that ghost like
that's Searsport, Maine?
Do the Searsport, Maine ghosts like move after that, or do they only go away for like a day?
To be completely honest with you, it's a ye olde shipping town. And the tradition of carving pumpkins and putting them all over town and judging them on their effectiveness, I guess, spookiness, has been since basically the town's inception. So their reasoning, again, has been to ward off evil spirits. So my guess is that the ghosts that haunt their cemeteries are like, well, we're taking the 31st off, boys.
Yeah, I was as soon as you said that, I was like, well, that's our day off. That's our President's Day. We're gonna
exactly.
Stay underground.
That's their MLK Day.
The first who's the first ghost rights? It's got to be like
Patrick Swayze.
Perfect, done, like easily. That's the first. It's him.
I am fucking this up so bad, dude.
He's the MLK, and then like the. What is that one from Mexico, like
Donna
like
Trejo?
the nun, like not the nun, but there's she has, it's the Mexican word for nun, or like the Spanish word for nun, whatever her name is, but like that's the Malcolm X of Ghost, right? Like that one is like, we got to take direct action and we got to like scare the hell out of them to take our
The
ghost
Paranormal Activity ghosts.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, dude, that first movie, like
they're the Black Hebrew Israelites of ghosts.
Hell yes. That's wrong.
We'll take your house. You took our nation, we'll take your house.
That first movie is like, it was
stupid.
Cool. Well, it was like cool the first time you watch it, especially as like a teenager, and because it was like fresh, and then it just gets so dumb. Like you can't. How am I supposed to believe that this keeps happening for like 9 movies?
How does it keep happening? Exactly. That's the problem with the Paranormal Activity stuff, is that like there is footage. If this universe is to be believed, there is actual footage of ghosts murdering people. And nothing has changed. Like even the Shaun of the Dead universe acknowledged that zombies would at least be put into action doing mundane civil service tasks. Once the apocalypse was kind of over, once everybody had gotten over it and moved on. So like, if I'm to understand this, not even the U.S. government, confronted with evidence that ghosts can be used in warfare, would attempt to use ghosts in warfare. We just saw them try to use Tron characters in warfare.
and you're telling me we didn't try to weaponize ghosts? Like, yeah, and that's what bugs me too, is like, if you watch these movies, these found footage movies, they're obviously way more like evidential than anything we have ever seen in real life, and that's sort of the point. And so like, I feel like if you gave somebody all of these, it's not just one tape, it's like 900 different tapes of this house being haunted, and you're like, there's
one house,
there's something here. And it's like, the fact, not even the government, but like people still react to them like, oh, you're crazy, that never would have happened. And it's like, I don't know what to tell you at this point. Like, it's here, it's real.
They used the Xbox. The demons used the Xbox.
That was so stupid. That's what, after you like watch that first movie, that's what you realize most of the scares are just like things turning on, which is like, okay, that's creepy in the moment when you're like going in fresh. But then it's like, oh, that's
like that Family Guy joke about the ghost that keeps turning on the light. Like, oh, that was freaky the first time. Now it's just running up the power bill.
Yeah, now, come on. I gotta get.
Can you stop that? I'm the one who has to pay the bills here. You're dead. Is it really that dark for you? Really?
Yeah, can ghosts see in the dark? That's a good question, guy. I would have always imagined they can.
Again, let's say that they can, right? The U.S. government in the Paranormal Activity universe completely ignores that there are ghosts capable of carrying out military tasks, that are communicating with human beings on a human level, that are able to understand direction and are commanded by apparently these pupil-less witches.
Okay, that's
remember
like
that at the end of that last movie
I've
there?
ever heard. Holy shit! Like, presented that way, if we could actually do like an anime about ghosts being like spec ops agents, that would be particularly insane.
I had a whole like story about it. It's called Ashes to Ashes, and it's how all the monsters are like zombies and ghouls and ghosts and stuff like that are paranormal police officers.
Dude, it's like Bright, but not entirely retarded.
Yeah, that was kind of where I went with it. Because like Bright came out later on after I came up with this. So I was trying to.
You already came up. Oh, I thought you like.
No, this was in high school.
Going in like I'm specifically trying.
Oh, this is in the Angel Fire era.
Yeah.
Whoa,
well, again, I was in an RPG table in high school, and so I was trying to figure out like a cool game setting for Strands of Fate. And I don't expect you guys to understand that, but Strands of Fate is one of those ones where it combines your dice rolls with your storytelling.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give them like a rich world to the storytelling, and ta-da, there's the mouth and whatnot. We gotta cut the mouth out. But
by the way, Cider, Retro News Now posted this freaking hilarious video about warning signs of the satanic behavior for the Satanic Panic. I sent you the link. It's just like, wow, I can't believe this actually existed. This is in 1990. This
is incredibly relevant, believe it or not. This is incredibly relevant to what we're talking about. So here we go. I'll bring it up. Whoops. Here we go. Sorry, different setup. Pumpkin carving. Tell me when to pause.
Okay.
Such as a sudden, bitterly antagonistic attitude towards family and religion, a drastic decline in academic performance, a reclusive behavior pattern, and listening exclusively to heavy metal rock music, almost to the point of addiction.
That's right. If your kid's addicted to Ozzy Osbourne, he's possessed by the devil.
It's so
That's
funny
right.
how you realize, like, as you get older, that so much of this stuff, it wasn't even just like pearl clutching over the like religious stuff. It was more like these parents can't fathom a teenager being a teenager. And so like it can't be that they're sad. It can't be that they're just going through hormones. They have to be worshiping the devil. Whoa. And it's just like today, right? Where they're like, oh, all of our kids are getting brainwashed by the internet and video games. And it's like, maybe your kid is just being a teenager and that's what the times are like that's what the culture is now. Maybe you need to chill out and like engage with them.
But at some point,
No, it's not their fault. They're the perfect parents. It's everyone else's fault.
see, that's what it is. The
Everything is
parents aren't
perfect.
there.
Yeah. No, 1,000%. You guys were talking about that the other day, and like we don't need all of these like digital IDs or all this stuff. All this stuff should really be like Cider was talking about. Like you should talk to your kids about this. You should be able to talk to them, and if they ask, you just let them know, because so many people want to just like avoid the responsibility of the hard parts of parenting, right? They'll feed you, sure, they'll take you to school, but if you have like a big emotional crisis or maybe you have a mental health break, they don't want to deal. Like they don't want to accept like, oh, this
They want
is
to
a
hand you a pill.
struggle.
Here's a
Exactly.
pill.
Well,
Shut
it's
up.
not even that. That can help. What I'm saying is that these parents don't even do that. They go, I don't want to sort of admit that my kid might have autism or ADHD or whatever. And they go, because I won't want to admit that, I won't get them help. So if I cut that out and that's not a thing to consider, what's left? Oh, it has to be something else is influencing him. Oh my gosh, what changed him? And it's like, that's not necessarily what happens. I mean, when I was a little kid, I was fine wearing a bowl cut and I couldn't pronounce names right. And I was obsessed with dinosaurs. When I hit puberty, that all changed.
We had this. There were people that were mad about the Asian invasion, and they were telling us all about what Matt Walsh screams about, that anime is satanic, that Japanese culture is rooted in devil worship, and blah, 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 that you can't watch an anime without being perverted, and blah, 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 blah. And so that, again, it's only mutated because, again, the technology is different now, so people perceive the act to be different. And that's why they're not able to perceive of, hey, you know, in the 1950s, when we were kids, we also smoked cigarettes and drank before we were old enough and drove around in the middle of the night listening to Elvis Presley, of all people. And Dad hated Elvis. You remember Dad hated that jigaboo music. You remember that, don't you, Sally? You know, and that's what it is that they romanticize their history and they go, well, it wasn't that bad. Well, of course it wasn't. You didn't have access to the same shit. Had you had access to Ozzy Osbourne, you too would be biting the heads off of bats at night.
And also, like, of course it was, those things were all like easier and simpler and funner because we didn't have as many responsibilities. Like, it sucks, but it's a fact of life. When we grow up, we got to deal with more shit. It's awful. I'm there with you guys, but if we did the thing where it's like, oh, we must return, and we went back to 1995 right now, we'd all still be like, we'd have all that stuff around and we'd be able to wear our jeans up to our tits, but we would still be like, I have to deal with politics. I have to deal with bills. I have to deal with, you know, the economy.
Bill Clinton.
Oh my God. Hey,
Bill Clinton having sexual relations with that woman.
At the time, he was just a cool guy who played saxophone.
Yeah.
I think.
Right.
It was tenor sax, yeah.
There's some pictures of him around that time where he was doing a bit more than blowing on the sax. But
I said at that time, we didn't know any of that yet. We didn't know any
right,
of that
exactly.
in
Right.
95.
We were all in the dark. We didn't know that Prince Andrew was going to be excommunicated from the royal
that's
family.
So great. It's so wild that they did.
If you ever wanted to know if it was real or not, there it is.
That's what I was about to say. Like,
yeah, exactly.
There's no more doubt anymore. Like nobody here.
Oh, they get rid of Prince Andrew. Oh, I don't know. They got rid of him because he was too fucking ugly.
I mean, if we're gonna start doing that, I've got a list of people we should kick out of offices. Like across the board. I'm not even talking like political leanings. There's just a lot of ugly people out there that I don't want to keep seeing on my news feed. But shit, what was I gonna say? I got really like caught up on the ugliness.
Yeah, it's distracting, isn't it?
They all look like human thumbs.
Yeah.
Like all the top like Democrat men look like human thumbs with like no spines. All the top Republican men look like they've done too much like pre-workout and they just listen to like the Liver King and it's all like performative muscle mass and stuff. And I'm just like, what's happening here? Can we just get a
blood
guy?
pressure control problems is what I hear.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like you see them looking like a Triple H with their like necks all veined out and stuff, and you're like, he's like, I'm 24 and running for Senate, and it's like, oh my god, you're going to die.
Like I see this online every now and then. Like the Zoomers will get around each other and they'll be like, "Hey, you know how like everybody in like the black and white pictures looks really young when they're teenagers?" And I'm thinking to myself, "What the fuck did you guys look like? Holy shit!
Like
What kind of goblins were you?"
I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but like but a lot of maybe it's because of the processed food or something. But a lot of Zoomers
It's
are
the
looking
stress.
older. Like I see a Zoomer that like says they're 25. I'm like, dude, if you're 25, then I'm 20. Like, there's no way that you're 25.
Like, look, my internet daughter is just coming into being at 25, and she's having a midlife crisis. She's like emotionally breaking down while she's playing Harry Potter, like putting together Harry Potter Lego sets, trying to reclaim her youth because she can't accept the fact that she's 25 years old and hasn't like taken over the world.
She's like in it right now. Like that is her youth. I remember having those feelings at 25, but still going like, okay, but I am 25. Like I'm fine. I'm having them now at 35, and it's more appropriate. And I don't have a good end to that story, but she can wait.
Like they're reclaiming it out of like the trauma of being an adult in 2025 because
it sucks.
For you and me, when we graduated, they were like, "Hey, you can get a job doing things. Why don't you go start some weird named tech company that sounds like a third world disease?" And you know, a bunch of people did that, and now they're quadrillionaires. You know, they own half the planet. But the other side of that is that the Zoomers don't have that. The Zoomers are like, "Hey, yeah, AI is going to take your job, so like enjoy it while you got it." And the alpha kids are like, "Yeah, fuck you, man."
No, like that is 100% like such a big part of it because
so that's her existential crisis is like her entire everything she went to school for, everything that she knows, everything that ever was to like base her adult identity around is like evaporating in front of her.
And like nobody wants to help. Like I don't blame people for feeling.
But they're all in the same position.
Desolate. That's what I mean. Well, I mean, like you've got the big tech, all the people who are already enshrined, and you know, I just read a stat that was like of the graduating class of 2025, in the last 4 or 5 months since they graduated, 68% of like graduates haven't found a job, which is entirely scary, right? Like you and I, Cider, we were the tipping point for this. Like I remember when
we had the housing
growing up. Well, exactly, right? But when we were growing up, because that was like 2008, so that was right. Yeah. You were probably right out of high school. Like I was. 2008 is when I was getting out of high school. So I'm in high school for like. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. We're like on the same level.
Yeah, I was out of high school in 2007. So yeah, I was in like my first year of community college.
Shoot, what point was I making? I totally just got distracted.
Our time, their time, different economies.
Oh, right. We were the tipping point for that because, okay, yeah, you guys remember, we would, obviously, we got really hammered with that whole sentiment of like, you got to go to college, you got to get a degree, that's going to get you a job, and you're set, right? Like, we didn't necessarily know what job it would be, but it was sort of like, that is your key to a job if you don't want to go into like hardcore manual labor or a trade. And that was the line we were being sold. Once we got, like, I remember once I got to college and then I graduated in 2012, it was I remember thinking like, what the fuck was the point of all this? Because I couldn't find a job. None of my friends could find a job. And that was when we were getting the advent of like, oh yeah, this is an entry level position. You got to have, 4 years of experience on your. So like, it was getting so stupid, but we were still able to like find ways in. Sort of what you were talking about. We used to be able to just build up our resumes too by going to work for a startup, right? You and I, the three of us could make a startup right now, and even if it failed, we could put that on our resumes and go, see, we tried something. This is what we're doing. And that would be impressive. Nowadays, they don't have any of that. Like, none of these startups are really happening anymore. And if they do, they're immediately either crushed or they're so insular that you're not getting in. And then nobody's getting hired. Regardless of of which, like, if you are conservative in your leanings or liberal in your leanings, are like all the governments, especially the United States, over the last couple presidents, have kind of screwed us all. Like there's no hope of buying a house anymore. There's no hope of like I saw an insane thing where this boomer, or probably like an Indian bot, was arguing on Twitter, and he was like, oh, these entitled kids want, $35,000 a year salaries right out of college and 2 weeks paid vacation. I didn't do that. Blah 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 blah.
35,000 out of college is not that bad. A year.
Where are you working? Burger King?
I know. That's what I'm like. What the hell are you like? What are you talking about, man? But then somebody plugged in the number, like, because he was talking about like 1967 or something. They plugged in the inflation counter, and it was like, for us to have the equivalent of $35,000 for them, it's $157,000 for us. Like,
right.
That's so. I don't blame the young people for going, who gives a shit? Like we were saying, like, they don't got anything right now. It sucks. That's why you see so many, like, it's happening a lot over in Southeast Asia. Like, so many governments are being toppled by the youth, like straight up being organized on Discord and stuff, because they're like, what the fuck are we supposed to do?
I think it's going to happen in Australia soon.
Why is that? I have no idea what's going on.
Because of the digital ID laws that are happening.
Yeah.
Well,
it
I mean,
would disproportionately
I can only
affect young people. That's for sure.
But like, I've already seen, like, in the UK, I've seen the live streams, of course, that people are already coming out. They've been for, like, I want to say the past month or so, like every Saturday, going out and protesting digital ID. I saw it last month, at least, on the live streams where Australians were coming out and protesting digital ID as well. So people are waking up to this really nasty reality. And I'm just thinking, like, it's only a matter of time for Australia, probably now I'm thinking about it, for Ireland and the UK, and maybe Europe as a whole, because of what the EU is trying to push.
Well, let's chill for a second. Let's not talk about overthrowing the EU, because that's way out of what we're talking about here.
Yeah, I know.
We forgot to talk about the parents and the drug problem with music. Ozzy Osbourne's gonna kill your kid or something.
When one or more of these warning signs are evident, you should look further for ritual items such as a pentagram or other satanic symbols, black or red robes, a decorative dagger or knife.
So if you catch your kid with a Kotsky cosplay, he's a Satanist worshiper? Is that what I'm to understand?
God,
if he likes to dress up as one of the Kotsky?
Eric Adams video we watched all those years ago, where he was he's like, this is what you got to be careful for your kids. You don't know what could be in their bedroom. And he was like walking us through the house, and he's like,
oh, that's right,
kid's backpack, gun. And it was like, what the hell?
Like, opens up the backpack and there's a drug dealer inside, like an actual man's face inside there.
He was, he wanted to put a cut in there where he's like, we're going to open the cabinet and it's going to be like Indian in the cupboard, and there's going to be small drug dealers inside
not Indian in the cupboard.
Yeah, there's going to be drug dealer in the cupboard. And we're going to tell the kids, lock the door.
Lock your door.
A chalice or goblet, black candles.
If your child is into D&D, he is a Satanist.
I want to like
diary with a black cover, which is called the
chalice.
Shadows.
That's so funny. Like,
if your child has the Death Note, they are a Satanist.
If your kid is casually drinking out of a chalice, you should stuff him in a locker. Like he's not satanic, he's a nerd. Like that's good lord.
Yeah, like you clearly have not told your child what's acceptable social behavior.
Oh my god.
I mean,
You need to remind him, like
even if they were a Satanist, they're a bad one because I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be like ritual. You don't just use it for your Diet Coke.
yeah, right. Put some Hawaiian punch in there, okay?
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Put some tomato juice in there and then call it
Although,
a day.
although I genuinely believe like the Holy Grail, or not with its power or whatever, but like the last cup Jesus drank out of, like I believe that's out there, and I truly believe it's just in some cupboard in some like church that was around at the time, right? Like they were just like, oh, Jesus dropped his cup, pick it up, and
It
it's out
seems
there.
more humble than a temple guarded by a semi-immortal crusader. So
Like a ghost crusader too, yeah, like the semi-immortal ghost guy.
you have chosen T-Mobile.
Oh my god.
Not T-Mobile.
And copies of publications, such as the Satanic Bible and the Satanic Rituals. And possibly a small makeshift altar.
That's not an altar. That's an ashtray. Kids smoking a doobie.
That
That's
is
literally
so
the weed
funny.
right
That
there.
is- that is oh
The
my-
weed
there's
is
an
right
incense
there.
thing? Like
That's not a shrine. That kid's
That's not
smoking a
straight up
doobie.
weed. You're right. I've seen the joints there.
tell
He's
me,
failing
like,
his math class because he's smoking the reefer.
like I don't know what's worse, if they staged it like this is a set, or they actually went into like somebody we know took us into their kid's bedroom and they just misunderstood it. Otherwise they like misunderstood it and then assembled this without ever thinking this might just be an ashtray.
Weed.
Exactly, D. Like,
Joints.
exactly, Catzilla.
Leftovers.
Leftovers.
Yeah, it's what it is. You know, it's that kid. It's like if he's sacrificing anything to the devil's definitely not getting the lion's share. That's for sure. That kid's going on a way better
devil
ride
doesn't
than the
want
devil.
it. The devil is looking to put like a mail block from this address. Like he doesn't want it.
Yeah, right. Like, stop calling me when you're stoned, kid.
Yeah.
You say weird shit.
I don't know how you got this number, but go the fuck away.
That would be funny. The kid gets stoned. He calls the devil using the shrine, and then just evangelizes to him.
Oh my god!
Oh my
like
God,
I can't
that'd
help
be
but think
actually
of
kind of hilarious.
But he can't
Remember
hang
that
up
episode-
because
what?
it's. He
Remember the
can't hang up.
episode of
Go ahead.
Remember the episode of South Park when they were able to summon Mickey Smalls? Like that's what it's
Yeah,
kind of giving.
that's kind of exactly what I was thinking of, Nerdigans.
The demon can't hang up the call though because it's not a call. It's like a summoning
It's a
messaging
summon. Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
So
You
like
have
until
to-
the kid sobers up or gets bored or just zones out in the middle of evangelizing, he's just gonna go on for hours and hours and hours on a weed-fueled spiral about converting the devil back to the light of Christ. That would be
this feels-
hilarious. That'd be the
This feels
best
like a
way.
good. This feels like a good old 15-minute Adult Swim series, like a Moral Oral or a Brack.
Oh my
Shit,
god!
like-
Yes.
oh
The
my
robot
god, that would have been
chicken.
so funny. Yeah,
Dad, why are
exactly.
you smoking the devil's reefer? Well, it's in order to contact him, son, so I can tell him about the glory of Christ.
exact-
That's so
yep,
moral,
yep.
you're right.
Can't hang
That's
up.
moral.
And then we reveal at the end of the season, like, there's no devil. He's just like smoking weed and talking to himself.
But you know what? This also makes
But then
me
there
think
is
of
a
this-
devil, and we
if
go
you're
to
up to
season
date with
2.
South Park, this is kind of like the Labubu ritual.
Oh,
That's
jeez,
summoned
those things.
Satan.
Did you hear they have cameras in them?
No.
Yeah, okay, so there's a bunch of fake Lubobos going around. Okay, hold on. I gotta go to my keyboard. You gotta give me like 10 minutes to go to
Yeah,
my
for
keyboard,
sure.
all right?
No, absolutely. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Okay, well, it does surprise me because that's like the most insidious form we've seen of this stuff before. But we haven't been strangers to people putting weird things on children's toys, especially like knockoff ones like this. The one that is so weird to me still. Do you remember this one, Nerdigans? It was like the Princess Mirror Wand or something, and like it had a reflective sticker on it. But then if you took it off, there was like an image of like a little girl, and they had like photoshopped her to have like vampire fangs and red eyes, and it was like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, I remember that.
oh man. So like, I'm not surprised that something has been put in there. I am fucking terrified that it's a camera because Jesus.
Remember, like it's been in a lot of shows where like people put a camera inside of their kid's teddy bear so they can spy on them.
That was like the big thing back in like the 2000s when those cameras started getting smaller. Oh, and also with like those shows like Nanny 911 and stuff, like those really blew up the concept of those cameras. I never knew anybody who got like a security camera. I knew people who did the like baby monitor camera, you know what I mean, but not like it's broadcasting out of our house.
So we do have a $10, 10 Australian dollars super chat from YouTube Me. It says, "Oh, I forgot to pay my tithe." Thank you very much. We really appreciate that.
Oh, man,
we actually have a thing for that.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! You're doing it good, buddy. Great job.
Hell yeah!
I love that clip. Honestly, fucking hell yeah! Hell yeah!
It's an iDubbbz clip. But now he's an anti-racist, so he won't show anything with black people in any unfavorable light, even though that's
is he who he's talking to? Like, is iDubbbz on like the
left?
That's
iDubbbz, yeah. It's one of his ones where he goes around making fun of homeless people who are black. Yeah. And this is just a joyful man, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna repurpose this now that you're a weirdo that can't poop right.
I'm not. I don't give a shit about him, but I had no idea that was an iDubbbz clip. Like, that's funny.
Yep. YouTube Me says, Nerdigans, love your hair. Have I been gone so long I never noticed, or did you get a styling?
That's a wig. I need to get my hair done though.
Yeah, she's not going the XQC look, believe it or not. She's not going the XQC look. So
no, I need to get my hair cut and dyed. It's been a long time coming.
I did bring up this. This is a guy I recently stumbled upon who's like, he's a conspiracy YouTuber, but also just kind of like a guy that finds random stuff on the internet and investigates it on camera, which I find fun because like you're kind of going on the ride of this guy having one of those. What was that movie with Shia LaBeouf, Eagle Eye, where like he couldn't go anywhere without them like calling him and telling him not to pee himself or something?
No, that was that's a different one. Okay, I know what you're talking about. That's not what. When you started describing it, I thought you were talking about Disturbia, the remake of Rear Window, where his leg is broken and he can't leave the house.
No.
But no, I know. Yeah. That's
like Shia LaBeouf, where he's like being called by the government, and we're like, we're gonna send a missile to your house if you take a pee or something. I don't know. But
yeah, I remember that movie. I don't remember anything about it, but yes.
This guy is like going through the motions, but like this whole thing is pretty fascinating, and I hope it becomes a horror movie series.
Oh my gosh, the ice cream truck situation just got pretty weird.
Like, please tell me when there's an ice cream truck that just pulls up at your door.
Yo.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, come on in. Come grab it.
I have to come in?
Come on, grab it.
You're supposed to give it to me.
No, well, it's free. No, you gotta come grab it.
In my previous episode,
Yeah, when it's free, you have to come in and grab it. When it's free.
That's fucking weird at 1 a.m.
So that's like a Terrifier movie waiting to happen.
Exactly.
I'm of two minds here. Like, this is creepy. One, it's either some individual weirdo going and being a pervert, like sex pest weirdo, because like 1 a.m. Like, what the fuck? But the other part that really gets me is like, aside from that guy, they were showing a bunch of footage of like, why are ice cream trucks out late and doing this stuff? We've gotten proof lately that law enforcement uses ice cream trucks for surveillance. So they've got all of that equipment back there. If you see a weird ice cream truck driving around somewhere where it normally wouldn't, it's probably got a bunch of police officers and a bunch of equipment. So stay the hell away from it.
And if it doesn't have a bunch of police officers in it, it probably has cartel members. So stay away from it. Either way, give it a lot of room.
A cartel member, cartel members running ice cream trucks I've never seen them brutalize anybody, but they have given me free ice cream before when I lived in those neighborhoods. So you know what? They're fine for now.
About a bizarre connection between the fake Labubu dolls, hidden cameras, the supposed missing kids in Virginia, and the ice cream trucks that many people are seeing all over the United States. And apparently some of these ice cream trucks are not ice cream trucks at all.
Hey, do you know anything about that house right there, bro? So that guy came into my furniture store asking for like 4 bunk beds.
I don't think he should be out of jail.
What?
Yeah.
Look at this shit.
It wasn't just 1 or 2 ice cream trucks running around late at night. We're talking about dozens of these things popping up all over all of a sudden. And playing that music and selling ice cream at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Hey! ice cream trucks.
Why are they on the highway playing the music? At
Are
highway
those
speed?
things even highway legal? That's where I'm more like.
Oh yeah,
can
no,
they
they
even
have
get up that high?
everything. Yeah, they can do 55. That's perfectly fine for highway stuff. Like you stay in the slow lane.
Yeah, you
obviously.
stay in the slow lane. Yeah,
He's in the middle.
You know
lane.
what?
I
I
genuinely
just
didn't know
remember what
if
this
they could
makes me
hit
think
55.
of. You know what this is kind of like? This is kind of like Mr. Crocker's surveillance truck in Fairly Odd Parents because he had an ice cream truck.
Yeah, they're looking for fairies. That's what they're doing. Here we go, parents.
Oh hell no!
It's 9 o'clock at night, bro. No.
I love the residential pissed off black man who's just like, I have to be to work in the morning. The fuck are you doing interrupting my process? It's so relatable. Like, it's 9 o'clock at night.
Right?
What
Like
in
I
the
don't have
hell is
time.
possessing you?
This is fucked up, and I'll deal with it, but not right now.
Let me. Oh, it's 9:30. Why is you outside, bro?
By the month of August, the trend was so big that many people were recording videos of them following or running around after these trucks. In most cases, they were just ice cream trucks, but in some cases, they weren't. And this is exactly where things get really, really weird.
So like the way he does this is funny because like in some cases they weren't ice cream trucks, and that's where it gets weird. You don't say. It's a bit obvious. This one though,
like that is just weird on its face. Even if there was no weird conspiracy thing, if you saw an ice cream truck that was like a Ford F-150, you'd be like, that's weird.
that's not right. But that transformer got confused. Either way. So this one's really creepy though.
This is probably one of the creepiest voicemails button.
Did you like the slump in your backyard?
After hunting some of these things down, the hunters became hunted.
Tell me why I'm just leaving the gym. I'm just leaving the gym. It's 1 a.m. I walk out to this shit.
Yeah, like, what's going on?
Wait.
The more they followed these things around, the more they found out there was something pretty sketchy going on. Now, because of this, there were several theories popping up all over of what these ice cream trucks could actually be. Are they some sort of psyop? Are they somewhat connected to the missing kids in Virginia? Or is it something even more sinister? So I decided to deep dive into this bizarre rabbit hole and find out if this is actually real or if it could be an elaborate hoax. So,
like, he knows how to sell this stuff, and I'm really trying to master this. Like, do you know? Oh my gosh, I found some dumb videos on TikTok, and now we're going to suspect the government of kidnapping children.
See, there's the problem
That's right
right
with
there. Like you hit it right there. Is that you just described it as like dumb TikTok videos, and you are correct, and we agree. I'm sure all of us agree with you, or just not these ones specifically, but just like TikTok in general.
Yes.
But you have too much self-respect and integrity to like you could never believe that you were selling this truly, so
Yeah,
you would
right,
never
okay.
communicate to them. Like this guy's, he doesn't seem weird. Like you could probably get a drink with him. He's probably fine. But if you tried to like talk to him about this, he'd be like, "Oh no, I genuinely believe TikToker, Dinesh 48921," and it's like
Dinesh 489 is totally believable, dude. What are you talking about?
he's the source.
Yeah, the source.
basic, and that would be Strawwant's profile. So I'm guessing he started following these trucks around. It was around this video over here.
Hey, it's them ice cream
Ominous synthwave music.
Oh, hell nah. Oh, hell
That's selling it too. Yeah, that music.
So this is his first video, and then the next day, I think actually the same day, he spots another one.
He's got the lights on in the back. That's kind of weird. Usually you don't ride around with the lights
I was gonna say that. Yeah, like with the Stein on.
Well, it fucks with your vision because that
Right now,
goes
most
straight
people
through.
on
It's
the
not a
internet,
separate
including this guy,
cabin.
are asking
Oh, yeah,
themselves
you're
what
right.
exactly is an
Because these guys don't get out of the truck and go around to get in the thing.
Yeah, they just
That's
like
a-
get out of
there's
their
like-
seat and
Right.
go to the window.
So you have a bunch of overhead lighting that are now reflecting off the back off your windshield, right in your eye line, because they're at
It's not,
that.
yeah, it's not like a
horizon
paddy
point.
wagon where there's like a dividing door.
A door. Yeah, it's just straight through. So that I can't imagine why, unless he's got children in there. But then why do you have the light on? Because the trucker can
Yeah,
go
like
by and look
yeah,
down in and see.
why would you be
Fuck.
drawing attention?
Stupid people.
an ice cream truck doing late at night, 2 a.m. in the morning, playing this song. No one is buying that thing. It's running around neighborhoods doing that. It's not just one. We're talking about dozens of these things all of a sudden.
That wasn't even marked.
He's creeped out. Well, he's
Look at that,
curious.
that's
and
not
he's
even
young.
marked.
This is
That could be one of the government vans.
That's like a you know how they sell like old police cruisers and they like just take everything off of it? It feels like that. Like it's a refurbished ice cream truck.
Well, a lot of those are cargo vans. They have the lifted roof in order to accommodate having shelving units inside of there.
Oh,
so
it's
they're
just
like for
that? I thought it was a
contractors.
full like custom frame of that type of truck. Wow.
No, so they build these. They're not like from the factory. There are like OEM places. Sometimes they're also lifted in order to accommodate wheelchairs. You'll open up the back doors, and the wheelchair ramp will either hydraulically or like you grab a handle and manually fold it out, Jetson style.
Right.
And then they go up in there, and there's headroom for you to move around them and buckle them in appropriately in their, the wheelchair restraint system that's in there. So that's usually where those machines come from. But without the windows, it's a cargo van without the windows, because you're not putting a person in a wheelchair in the back end of that thing.
Yeah, right.
Unless they're going to Guantanamo, they're not going in that.
What happens?
2 a.m. in the morning. I don't think this is the same truck, but shit. Ice cream truck, 2 in the morning is not normal. You walk out, it's a regular dude, we chilling.
So oh wait, never mind.
Guessing this is most likely just a normal ice cream truck, right?
Famous last words, bro.
Bro, what the am I doing?
Here it comes. There they are.
What?
He's got a pipe. Dude has a pipe.
What is going on? You're kidding me.
Yeah, you get down.
Or like
get
something,
down.
like some kind of blunt object or sword or.
Oh shit! I didn't think he had a sword. Damn. Ice cream truck's fucking lit, dude. They're ninja fights. Here it comes. This guy's about to cry. Look at these guys.
Kinda, yeah.
They don't
No
have
license
a license plate.
Ooh, is this some cartel shit or something?
That's weird.
Nah, this is government. This is
Yeah, that's
this
pretty
is cop
weird.
surveillance.
It's weird shit not to have a plate. So it's the
Yeah,
only
you're
two
right.
ways you get around that is if you're a criminal or if the cops know not to pull you over for it. Like that's the only two ways you get off with that. So it's weird just to abandon the truck.
Okay, so they maybe throwing out the trash.
5%. I really hope they can't see me.
He followed these dudes.
So he's following these guys now inside of a car, and this is exactly the moment he should turn away and just forget it. But he
Thank
doesn't.
you.
He wants to capture something on camera, so he gets closer and closer.
Like, how long are we going to get? How long until we have influencers and people trying to be influencers chasing down cartel people, like active gunfire scenes, just to like get that clip, Get that viral clip.
I'm sure it's happened.
It's already been,
Oh, yeah,
it's been
Ukraine,
happening.
probably,
Like I remember this was before the election, someone live streamed themselves blowing up mail trucks in Atlanta. Like I'm telling you, don't
No,
underestimate
that's
how people do this.
That is bad, but it's more Cider's more talking about like imagine a shootout starts happening or something and an influencer goes like, oh shit, like this is content, and he tries to follow them and then he gets killed. That's more what Cider's talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. This is pretty crazy. Like you see, like my first reaction when you see a group of gentlemen carrying blunt objects getting into a vehicle without a license plate is that's not my business. That's not my business. Those gentlemen have not broken any law, and I am not in any position to perform a citizen's arrest. So carry on, gentlemen. Have a good evening. And that's what it is that like what he's asserting here, Jamez, I think that's what Jamez, maybe? Jamez? Anyway, what he is asserting here is that this is the point when our cameraman should have realized, I'm not a fucking cop. I'm gonna die.
But you know what? Here's where, because I have the actual I actually look at it completely opposite. If you're seeing something and it is highly illegal like this, and you think somebody is in trouble or somebody is in danger, you can't trust the cops 90% of the time. It is up to us as citizens to document the stuff. Yes, there always runs the risk of trouble. But if I were the cameraman, I'm not turning away from this. Unless, like if I really care about exposing this and I'm not just doing this for content, I'm following them. Like, of course, you don't go into a building with them, but
no,
I'm not just going to go, ooh, there's scary men there and walk away. In fact, if I see a group of scary men, I'm going to wonder, what the fuck are you all doing? And make sure they're not going to go hurt somebody. I've done it before. Like, I've seen sketchy characters and I've sat outside, like they were clearly going to go try and beat somebody up. And I've stood around and I was like, I'm going to watch you guys. I know what you're going to go and try to do. We can make the world better. We don't have to live in
I'm
fear.
thinking is that in most altercations today, when people try to be a hero, the person being a hero ends up in jail or in lengthy court cases for intervening. And
Of course,
a lot of the
but
time,
that's-
it's someone who isn't necessarily in danger, but will be in danger soon. And so the case ends up falling on assault on the first person. So you have to wait for them to attack. And my best thinking is the average person is probably not going to possess the instinct to know when an attack is about to happen and get in the way. That way, they're not
Nobody
attacking
is talking
first,
about that.
you know?
nobody is talking about you going in and being a vigilante, but we're talking about a guy filming things and exposing things. That is something we can all do. We can all follow and record and say, I'm exposing you for this. I'm not saying go in and try to be fucking John Woo and save the day, but you can go, hey, look, I've got a bunch of evidence that these guys are getting around and they're going to go break into this building. And then, you know what? You see a report on the news the next day, building broken into. You go, well, guess what? I have this video of this license plate. I've helped.
Of this license plateless car. That's right. Yeah. Because that, again, that's illegal. So the cops,
Okay,
of course,
you're
any
talking
law
about this
enforcement
specific.
person's gonna
If you
care
want to talk about
that.
this specific, if you want to talk
Yes.
about this specific situation, then I would still follow them. I would still have active documentation. I would live stream this so that there is an active live recording.
What I'm saying
of
is
a
that
live
you make
thing.
sense. I was just asserting that these guys don't have a license plate. That's all. I'm not saying you're incorrect. I was just asserting you're correct.
Oh yeah.
that These guys don't have
these
a plate,
guys you
though,
can't.
so you're letting
These
people
guys
know.
you can't get. Yeah.
Right. Well, you can because they're traveling in a car that's very distinct. There's not
Well,
too
that
many
too.
of
Yeah,
those
yeah,
running
yeah.
around. That's one of those
Especially in terms of the
Hyundais
ice
that's
cream truck.
copying a
Oh,
Toyota.
the car. Yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
so it's an early Hyundai, and they're pretty easy to spot because they're copying Toyota poorly. And that's an attempt at an Avalon, and I forget what the name of I think it's an early Sonata. And so that's not hard to come by, like when you're scanning for sketchy vehicles that don't have a license
Yeah.
plate. Those two things together,
You're probably going to come across a couple of them.
Exactly. So I see what you're talking about. My thinking was we were talking about someone being like, I'm going to Batman tonight. You know, that's
hell
my
no.
thinking.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody should do that. Nobody.
No.
There's probably been like maybe 2 times in American history, at least, where like vigilantism like that has actually paid off. Right.
Yeah. So as a taxi driver, I ran across a lot of these parking lots where people would companies will have like odd vehicles just parked in a random abandoned parking lot. And so that does look really creepy in the night when you just roll up on a bunch of
It really does,
registered
yeah.
vehicles that are just hanging out nowhere. But these
Okay,
usually that's the purpose of them.
As a taxi driver, you probably hit the thing because I've done this. Like once you learn what those are, like you're like, okay, they're just parking lots. And then there was a time I assumed like I'm just gonna pull over and like take a nap or something. But woo, like lights, like it's actively monitored. It's like holy shit, okay, fine. Like wow, didn't know that.
Yeah, they pay to rent those places, and they have security teams, or at least the police have a heads up for. Because again, they are company vehicles, and anybody stopping long enough to take a nap, odds are they'd also have enough time to do
Exactly. But
something
it's like
terrible.
you think it's abandoned, but nope. They're gonna do worse than ghost you.
Yeah.
I'm not going back there.
Yeah, I know. So these guys could just be regular old ice cream truck drivers.
Right
and
now,
they
I
just
think
that comment's so funny to me. The like, if the cops aren't investigating this, they're in on it. It's like, A, have you told them about this? B, what the literal hell are they supposed to? It's not illegal to have a weird, creepy truck. Like it's
the only thing that's illegal in this entire thing is they're going around without a license plate. That's it.
That's all it is. So the cops are going to go, even if we wanted to, what the hell can we do legally?
We're going to give them a ticket, removing violation. That's the best I can give them, you know? And the thing is that these cartels are aware of all this stuff. Anybody that wants to abuse this stuff. And also, like we specified earlier, let's say these guys are in with the government knows that that particular late model Honda in that particular area at that time without plates is not to be bothered.
Yeah. And that's what you were saying at the start. Yeah. Like you either like that's one of the ways if the police are told like not to look at you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
The police are told to back down. Yep.
Should go back.
None of these cars have license plates. What the?
Oh my gosh, I think he may be onto something. Let's take a look.
Did he say none of these cars have license plates?
Yeah, none of them in there. So again, it could be another one of these things where where like they could be one of these fly-by-night operations where like they're really cheap. And so they take the plates off and then that way they don't have to worry about them being registered or anything like that.
You could be right about like that is a business, like a shady.
What's the worst penalty, right? What is the worst penalty? Running around without a license plate or running around with an unregistered vehicle? That's not even a like ping on your license, right? Like that's literally just a monetary fine. It's a moving violation, so that's it. It's not like being drunk or anything.
Right.
I forgot to mention my second Kamen Rider idea is parodying the Magical Girl Jean, kind of like Car Rangers. Oh, okay. Happy Day. Yeah, it's a spooky time.
And we're looking at scary things.
I know of someone in Arizona, and they imply that cartel may be in the government. Sure, that doesn't surprise me at all.
That would surprise me as somebody in Arizona. Like that sounds like too much fear mongering. Like,
well, I don't know about government in Arizona. I'm talking like federal government. That wouldn't surprise me if they're like in the
that would surprise me too. Like, actually, you know what? It wouldn't, because we saw when Trump opened up the like you can buy a gold card for $10 million. Like that cartel family came over and they're like, "Hi, we love you." And they didn't do anything, so they're probably up there.
Right. I mean, and that's to say that they're not like owning a politician that's already there, like Swallowswell and Fang Fang.
Bang bang.
So this was 6 days ago.
These cars have license plates.
It could be plate swapping too. That's the other thing that could be happening.
They could be doing that.
They have a magnetic plate because used car dealers usually have these. They're magnetic plates, and they just slap it on the back and it grants the vehicle it's slapped on to the insurance authority to go around for a test drive.
Exactly. So like maybe they won't take out all those cars in a day, but they need to take out the van, so they'll go slap it on that thing.
And so he could be working, like I said, a fly-by-night operation that abuses that. So some guy that also owns a used car lot is running an ice cream operation, and he's having the used car plate passed around his employees, and these guys just probably forgot to take their magnet plate. There's a lot of, in the absence of malice, what is it, like being stupid? I'm sorry, I'm high.
Oh, yeah.
So
what is
in
that?
The absence of malice, being stupid is the best explanation.
Yeah. Like, don't attribute to malice what can be attributed to like stupidity. Or no, that's not it. You guys know what Cider and I are saying. They're specifically. You guys know we're just being stupid.
But that's what I'm trying to get at. Is that like this could all just be a bunch of very shady shit that shouldn't be happening, but it might not be related to murder and kidnapping.
Yeah, like they might be dodging taxes, but yeah, maybe not murdering and kidnapping. Except for they haven't gone back to that one video or that one person yet who talked to him and he was like, "Get in the van if you want it."
Yeah.
What's going on there?
So they're drug dealers. That's what that looks like. They're dealing drugs.
Yeah.
So that's why they're out in the middle of the night with the ice cream trucks, and that's why they're running around with unmarked plates. Because they're drug dealers.
And see, like that makes me even feel they're not cartel, because credit where credit's due, the cartel's a little more organized and smart about their operations. Like, I feel like a cartel boss is going to go, "Hold on, let me run this plant. You want to avoid suspicion by selling drugs at 3 a.m. in an ice cream truck with all the lights on."
Plays music.
Yeah, like right? Like I feel like a cartel boss is gonna go, you need to like actually no, he's not gonna say anything, he's gonna execute you. But you know, a regular dumb drug dealer is gonna be like, yeah, man, like duh, nobody's gonna think about an ice cream truck, man.
Let's assume that it is a cartel thing and it is done by one of the stupid guys, and they're just getting away with it, so they keep doing it. I mean, like obviously there's been no police action. So it's just one of those things where, like, again, malice, stupidity. You just have to understand that, like, most police groups right now are retreating from enforcing the law because there's just A, isn't funding behind it, and B, the police stations themselves are riddled with people who either want to murder blast their way through that problem, talk their way through that problem, or some combination of both. So, yeah, I don't know if you want them answering this right now, as it may turn into an action movie.
Huh.
Yeah, you did just witness a crime. That was funny because I was walking around Bangor, Maine a couple of years ago while I was live streaming. I was up there for some medical reason or something. I was waiting to go in. I was walking around and one guy walked over to a trash can and dropped a bag in, and then another guy like right behind him like leaped into that trash can to grab it. He didn't like dive in, but he like went right in after that as soon as he dropped it in there. And I looked up at the camera and I said, I think I just witnessed a crime.
Yeah. That's not a guy going like, oh, somebody threw something away. I'm gonna go see, like, oh, maybe he has food.
He didn't look like the type that was looking for a sandwich.
Right, exactly. Yeah. The fact that the word you used was like pointed or whatever, like that. It seems like the guy didn't even like wait for the drop to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like,
he was like waiting to grab it before he hit the trash.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, you know what? We're both here. Let's make it convenient. It's like that's not how you do drug deals.
Yeah, right. Yeah, give it a minute, man. You know. Yeah, that's pretty wild what these guys are doing.
Oh my gosh.
And then they go in there. Crazy.
What is that? Is that like a public bathroom?
No, it looks like it's so sometimes like these places will have a main office where you check your car in and out of and deliver your, you know, the necessary stuff in order to, like, you turn in your keys, your payment, that sort of thing. So that could be, again, like, let's say the cartel is operating an ice cream service that is doing drugs also on the side. That's what it does. That's its main source of revenue is drugs, but ice cream is
that would have been the perfect drug. Like, if you asked me at 11 what I wanted to be when I grew up.
So when these guys go back to this lot where the vehicles are stored, it just appears to be a commercial lot where these people come and go from they leave the vehicle for the guy in the morning to pick up. It's in his neighborhood, right? Let's say they parked it out in front of his house. Let's assume that. They left in this car without the plates because, again, this operation's shitty. And they go and they come back to the actual ice cream shop headquarters, which, again, isn't processing the ice cream, isn't storing the ice cream, is simply where people go to get paid and turn their keys in.
Yeah,
again,
Gotcha.
That limits the amount of attention on one spot. Because now you got to keep track of all these trucks being dropped off because the payload's most likely in them.
In one of them, yeah. And now you got to, like, do the shell game to figure out which one it's in.
So again, I mean, like, maybe it's not so dumb to do this, I guess, now that we're talking about it. Maybe it's not so dumb. Maybe it's pretty genius to be like, yeah, dude, 5 out of 6 of these are regular ice cream trucks with dopey ice cream driver guys that are just ex-cons trying to make a new life for themselves. But the 6th guy is dealing the nastiest shit you can think of. You know, and that like, could be the game.
This is like not... This isn't like cocaine or anything. Like, this is like crocodile.
Yeah. Super bath salts. You'll eat your own face off.
Bath salts, Daima.
Yeah.
Bath salts.
Bro, if this is real, if this is not a hoax, you should call the cops right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like, as soon as you, like, when you did point it out, Cider, but I'm just going back to it, but like, as soon as James saw that, he was like, oh yeah, I do know I just saw like a real crime. Like, this isn't just spooky ghosts. Like, I just saw a crime. You need to call the cops.
Yeah, that looks like a used car lot, man. That are you sure you didn't follow them to a used car lot? That
right?
looks like you probably
Actually.
followed them to a used car lot, dude. That's why they don't have license plates, dude. It's a used car lot.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
And what if like the
These
ice cream
guys-
truck is just like the promo truck they have out front to like, you know, grab attention or whatever?
Let's say that they are like trying to sell ice cream in the middle of the night because the ice cream has alcohol in it. And they're trying to sell,
That's true.
you know, or it's like weed ice cream. You know, and like I said, they're owned by a
That
used
would be
car guy who's
hilarious.
sleazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And, you know, and that's what they're doing is they're trying to sell weed ice cream and it's illegal to do that, you know? That would be funny as fuck. I think it is. It's Virginia. Yeah, this is Virginia. It's weed is illegal in Virginia, so that could be what they're doing. Is they're selling marijuana infused ice cream in the middle of the
Oh
night.
my god, I can see that.
And their boss is a used car dealer, so he has a bunch of dumb shit sitting around. Just take one of those. Doesn't need a plate. Everybody knows me. That makes sense.
Yeah, he called the cops.
Oh shit.
You gotta be kidding me.
Okay. Well, that's shady.
Did they just rob the place?
Maybe.
Yeah, they just robbed the place.
You kidding me?
They had
He's
a
actually
headlight on
following them. So he runs after
Yeah,
these
so-
guys, whoever
Don't-
they are,
this is
after
what
calling the cops.
Ryder
He
and I like.
hoards
This is
it
kind
and
of where we agreed earlier. Like,
Yeah.
don't do that. Don't.
You
go
have
up
now
to them.
crossed the threshold,
Yes.
son.
Yeah, like stay in your car, record. Like he was fine, but now that you're going up, like now you're stupid. Now I'm
Go back. Please go back.
posts it to social media. The next day, he feels as if now he's being watched.
I'm just leaving the gym. I'm just leaving the gym. It's 1 a.m.
So just so you know, this is the same guy that followed the license plate-less car, and the day after, rather the night after, he is now being pursued by an ice cream truck.
I walk out to the. Bro, you cannot make this shit up. What the f?
Right now, the best thing he should do is not go home. I would maybe go to the police, but what he did is he picked a friend up. This is one of his last videos, 2 days ago. This is recent. He picked a friend up and finally decided to confront the ice cream truck that keeps finding you.
Oh, dumbass. Don't do that.
right here.
Exactly.
And they keep doing it at like at like not public areas. Like they keep going specifically like these weird out of the way like crosswalks.
It could be like the only place that they seem to be able to get the ice cream trucks to stop is in these isolated areas too, you know? Because again, like if they're doing shady stuff, they don't want to be right in front of everybody when they make a deal, obviously. And you know, junkies, they tend to not be thinking too straight. So,
No, yeah,
you know,
exactly.
So that might be the policy with these dealer trucks is, hey man, you need to stop at warehouses and train tracks and that's it, man. You don't go anywhere where there's more than 10 people within a mile.
No. What's? I'm sorry.
You see how fast he got back there? He just stopped that truck and he's already in the back, ready to serve.
To be fair, I would say that that's the mark of a good ice cream man. I wouldn't chalk that up to cartel. If I saw, if I was like, I want a treat, and that guy was there, I'd be like, oh yeah, man, like you've been around the block a few times, figuratively
Alright,
and
that's
literally.
He's the ninja ice cream man.
You saw me on TikTok. Why you following me? You want to say hi?
Did he just say that he's not following him, that he just wanted to say hi? How the heck did he know that he was at the gym? He's not gonna get out of the car and talk to this guy, right?
You're a good ice cream truck.
There are bad ones? What do you know?
Yeah, right? Like
Are you
what's
for
the
real?
rating system?
Hey, yeah.
It's
Bro!
like even the friend in
Oh
the
my
back
God!
is like, fuck this.
Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you don't know if Art the Clown's in there?
This is literally like when we do watch horror movies and we're all like, come on, you haven't watched a horror movie before? But that makes, like, we can give that a pass because that's a fucking script and a story. But, like, this is real life. Like, come on, man.
I would hope this isn't real life. That's one of those stupid stage things. But man, I don't know.
We haven't gotten there yet. Yeah.
bro.
You have got to be kidding. He's not going to do this, right?
Hold up, bro. What were you saying?
Here comes.
For real? What you got in that truck, bro? Why you out so late? Damn, so how'd you know where I was?
Hi. Would you like some children? that ice cream man came out the window at me. I'd be like,
That feels like Zoomer copy, like creepy pasta meme game shit. Like, what the? That's creepy.
Yeah, right. Like, this is not the face I expected to come out of there. I don't know who I expected, but I'd be like, you know what? I don't need the SpongeBob ice cream right now.
I wasn't expecting this. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's also throwing me off that he's just got some blue shirt on. Like,
yeah,
not even like a white button up. Even the drug dealers, I mean, probably, but the ice cream trucks I knew growing up, like, they didn't have the little hats. They wore they had the uniform.
Asking the right questions.
The car?
How many things you've done so far with the ice cream truck?
Oh man, I don't even know, bro.
I got a son. Trust me, the ice cream.
You see how friendly this guy's being? This is what bothers me, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's the middle of the night, right? It's the middle of the night. Someone is alarmed with your presence. You are now going to take the time to explain who you are to them. This complete stranger who you A, don't know, B, most likely will never meet again if you are successful in quelling their suspicions of you. What the fuck? Like, seriously, there's no real on both ends of this, you know?
He's claiming like, oh, I just saw you on TikTok, I'm a fan or whatever. And it's like, and you're meeting him at 3 a.m.? Like, what are we doing here?
I'm just still waiting
have
for the
a
Art
son.
the Clown to come out of there. Because
Yeah,
like
right.
Pennywise or something.
Yeah, Pennywise to climb out of his mouth.
Oh my god.
We making money.
Oh, you have a son?
Yeah, I got a son.
Hey man, hey, I appreciate.
Okay, so this is weird. I don't know what to think. This guy was following him around. And now he's saying that he was just following him because of his car, because of his TikTok videos. What do people think about this? This is really weird. So that there is a...
Yep.
No,
Oh,
that face
human
gives me the
trafficker.
creeps. Run, what are you doing? Exactly. Yeah, so I was thinking maybe this is a prank and he's using his family or friends. Apparently not. This is what he says. Wait a sec. Where is
He
Trump?
looks innocent. Hell no.
No, he doesn't.
So
Even if I watch that guy save a baby from a burning building, I am going to ask him if he started the fucking fire. Okay? He just has
Right?
the look
Like,
of
that's a
bad
standard,
guy.
that's a standard question.
There's just a phenotype about a man that looks like a mixture of Dracula and the devil.
this
From like
is
Alabama, yeah.
Oh my gosh, this isn't
Virginia. Yeah, okay, no.
the East Coast in South Carolina, pretty close to
That
Virginia,
name, that's
and
so
where the fake
embarrassing.
Labubu dolls were found with hidden cameras
Oh,
inside,
these are little boo-boos.
watching whoever bought them.
There it is. There's the camera lens. You
Oh, that's
see it?
so fucked.
That is so creepy.
That's all. I actually think that's creepier than the ice cream truck.
So this is one weird sequence of events that I've talked about in my previous video. First we had the fake Labubu dolls with the hidden cameras watching people, and then you had the supposed missing kids in Virginia, and then you have the ice cream truck situation. Everything happening mostly in the East Coast. Wait a second. So 3 months ago, this has to be one of the first posts about this at 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm not sure if it's a ghostly ice cream truck, but people are hearing these things very
ghostly
late
ice
at
cream
night. Okay, we
truck.
got another one at 10 p.m. here 5 months ago.
Well, that's the
Kew
ghost
Gardens.
of Jim Jenkins. He was
United Kingdom.
town ice
Oh
cream
my
man in the
gosh, so
1800s.
this is not just in the United States, is that it? And then 4 months ago we have this one over here, but it was daytime, but people are saying this is one of the creepiest ice cream trucks they saw. So it, apparently whatever trend
That's not even an ice cream truck. That's just that's just one of those like convertible things.
we have this one over here, but it was daytime, but people are saying this is one of the creepiest ice cream trucks they saw. So it,
That's
Oh,
that's
got-
a
yeah, that's gotta be.
that's
one of those
somebody
ice-
converting it into a house.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, someone must have bought it off of like a government lot or something.
Or yeah, just
Or
serious out
like
of commission,
a
you know.
bankruptcy thing, yeah.
But that's what that looks like to me, is like van life. That's what that says to
That
me,
looks
is
like a
van life.
Hashtag van life.
Yeah. Like, I live in an ice cream truck. Follow me on hashtag van life.
That sounds like a kid's dream to live in an ice cream truck.
Right. I can see the videos,
A
right?
kid's
There's some guy
dream,
makes
yes.
some guy just
But if we-
vlogs his summer living in a van across the country, serving, you know, convenience store ice cream out of his ice cream truck house. I could see that being like the whole goal behind it. The problem is that like people today automatically assume that something out of place is evil because of the way a lot of these jump scare horror movies have framed people to think about this stuff. Like we were just talking about with Paranormal Activity. If you see a shadow on the wall and your brain says that's a human shape, a lot of people just assume that's a human shape, that there's someone outside the window. It could be, or it could just simply be the human brain telling you there's a human shape because enough of the shapes line up.
Yeah. Like finding the pattern that's what human brains are really good at, that, guys. It's one of the things that distinguishes us from the animals, like
Risk avoidance,
but also pattern recognition, and it can
Yeah.
get us to a fault, right? Like once ever you start looking at everything like it's a Da Vinci Code, that's when it's like, okay, let's breathe for a second.
and that's what
But-
happens here, is that random ice cream truck that is in not so great condition with window covering, semi covering the interior on a back alley. Well, that must obviously be evil. It couldn't possibly be some hippie guy that's trying to make 10 cents off a TikTok video series. So it's one of those things where like, I experience it up here because in Maine, like anything new is nefarious. If we put a park bench somewhere and we didn't vote on it, someone evil has installed this park bench and it most likely will give you ball cancer. If you don't have balls, it will make you grow balls that will have cancer in them. So
the Democrats did this, so you can't see the
Maine's a
planes
blue
coming
state,
over
so
the ridge.
they say it's the
then-
Republicans that did it. So, you know, again, it's all just creepy paranoia stuff. Again, like Maine's haunted enough on its
Oh
own.
yeah, that wasn't a political one. That was just like paranoia.
Right. Yeah, but again, like it's all of this stuff. So like this is what happens. Like there's legitimately creepy stuff that happens in Maine, and then there's just people being freaked out because there's a new park bench.
But apparently, whatever trend this is, it started about 3 to 4 months ago, and people were already.
And I'm not
noticing
kidding you,
these
people
things
will
very
fight
late
each
at
other
night.
over
I mean,
park
it is
benches around
summertime. We're supposed to be seeing ice cream trucks outside, but if some of them are not what they seem, if they're actually watching people, there should be more videos of this. All right, so I found Truth Quest X.
I like how he just searches that. Like I would never think to search ice cream trucks going around at night, ice cream trucks watching me. I would have never have thought to type ice cream trucks watching me. Never. That's just an absurdist thing to like.
Right? Like
what do you
go
do
back-
when an ice cream truck is watching you?
you go back and tell like the founding fathers, like this is something that happens, and they'd probably just end it right there.
Yeah, right.
One of the first people to start posting about this. Posted on August 15th, just like everybody else.
Quest.
Like this.
Well, that
all
seems
started happening
legitimate.
around the same week. She says, I
Truth
recorded this
Quest,
last
white
night at
woman
10:30
crime,
p.m. guys. I'm in Ohio
TikTok.
and they kept
Yeah,
circling
super
around.
legit.
Well, now it's even creepier. It's got all the lights on, doesn't have the music. At least he's bright.
That one just looks like it's so nice that I'm like, is somebody just driving home from work? Like, is that just some guy's car?
It could generally be that, but like I said, they could be selling weed out of the back of them.
No,
you
for
know,
sure.
like
That too. Yeah.
You know, and that's why
I'm
he's
not
out in the middle of
discounting
the
any of
night. Like, guess who's up in the middle of the night looking for weed munchies? Well,
Is
here we
weed
are.
legal in Maine up there? Like, do you guys have
Oh yeah,
dispensaries?
super illegal. You can have it
Oh,
like
super illegal.
no, not illegal. No, it's super
Oh.
legal.
Oh,
So you can have it recreationally, you can have it medically. You just can't give it to kids or animals.
right. Then
Yeah.
this is a terrible business model. Like go out at noon.
No,
10:30
this
is
is why
kinda
Jack
late,
in
so
the
the next
Box.
day
This is why.
she-
This is why places like Jack in the Box and Taco Bell are open late, is to accommodate the stoners.
Yeah, let's see who that car is registered to. Jack N Box.
Shit. Him again.
Gets in her car and she follows this thing.
Stop following him, damn it.
Gosh.
Just
Or at least
report that it's
close,
weird.
too. That close too. Don't get out.
God.
I'm just waiting for the nun or for Art the Clown to pop out of the back.
Just anything.
Scream guy. That one has the fucking door open while it's going down the road.
I was just about to say that. What the hell's up with that one?
It's just chucking kids out the side, is like the drugs, like when the police are chasing after throw the drugs. It's just chucking kids out the side of it.
What did you throw out of the window, or what did you throw out of the car back there?
A 10-year-old.
Oh shit! No, a cup.
Oh man, this is ridiculous. Like it takes a remarkable amount of bravery or stupidity to look at this situation and say, I'm going to pursue something I suspect of nefarious activity. It's like seeing Bigfoot and deciding to shake his hand.
I really hope she didn't buy one of those fake Labubus. That would explain a lot. She followed these fans around, she recorded them, she posted to social media on August 18th. 3 days later, she started seeing this.
This is related.
Wait, is there someone inside of that truck? Because I think there's people inside. I would be freaking out right now. Yeah, so this is pretty creepy. No license plates is exactly the same thing that Strawwatt was witnessing. So I'm not sure if she's making it up. She could be. She later posted a video explaining what happened to her when she followed this thing. And
This is just an elaborate new wave of advertising for Grindr.
You know what? We're talking about it.
It's an ARG for Grindr.
God. Oh my God. If you know what? If Grindr brings back ARGs, whatever. Props to them. Somebody's doing it.
They hired J.J. Abrams. They're like, okay, we need an ARG to get gay men to buy ice cream in the middle of the night.
I don't know where he's been, but I'm glad he's there.
This is what he's doing.
Yeah, he's doing this.
it was pretty similar to Strawwatt.
But as soon as we turn around, that's when he started following us. Almost like he led us down that road to switch it up and follow us.
Yeah, so now this thing's following her around and it actually comes up to her and she records a snippet of the video and the conversation that she had with this ice cream man.
It's right in front of Sheets.
You mentioned the
At this point, we go to walk into Sheets. So we go to walk into Sheets because we feel more safe. There was people in my last video. Like I said, Sheets ended up being closed, but Sheets is always open. That was so weird. And that's when the guy in the ice cream truck literally got out. And I could see he was walking towards me. And he comes up to me and he says, "Who goes around
Jesus Christ! What the fuck?
People
Y'all want some ice cream?"
He looks like fucking Cody Todd. Like he looks like Candyman. What the fuck?
I know. I was
Holy
about to say that.
fuck.
That's so scary.
Man, if that comes anywhere near me at night, I'm like, no. I don't, no.
Like,
Let's go somewhere well lit, my friend, where medical attention is awaiting. One of us is out of our mind on drugs, so let's go.
Can I go get you a Slurpee at a 24-hour 7-Eleven? Can we go there?
This man has done all the speed, not just some, all of the speed.
If you asked him where he started tonight, he's gonna be like, "I was down in fucking like Florida. I was in Boca Raton." I just started
great. Where did you start tonight? Where did you Adderall?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, he's done all the
Finger
speed in the
horn.
tri-state area.
Yeah.
all crazy at 10 p.m.
Sure, this could be just one of those trends, and people are freaking out over nothing. Sure, this is most likely what it is. Question here is the same as Strawwatt's. What the heck was this guy doing at her driveway? And how did he know where she lived?
Sheets, yeah,
This is where it
exactly.
gets weird. This man literally looked at me and my friend. I wasn't alone. My friend was with me the whole time. This man looked at us and said, he literally looked at us and was like, "Do you two girls want to do stuff to prove you can be trusted?"
So after that creepy conversation, she goes back home, doesn't post any more about the ice cream trucks. On October 19th, she receives a strange call.
Do you want to do some stuff to prove you can be trusted? What?
That's so creepy.
That's either some weird Eyes Wide Shut thing, or it's just like this, like, get away from this man. Like, this man is not on this.
We
like,
have
not a
an
mind break
ultra
happening.
secret flavor of SpongeBob Pops. And I gotta know, can I trust you?
Right, exactly. And
Taste
you go to
testing
his
them.
truck and it's just or something. Like, this guy is not. No way, man. No way.
We need you to eat scorpions to prove that we can trust you.
What is this, Fear Factor?
Yeah, right. Like, what was he gonna make him do? What is doing some stuff to prove you can be trusted? Are they gonna play Russian roulette? Are they gonna play
Yeah, that's
hopscotch with like?
Is he gonna give you like a
detonator
passcode, right? Like, or like blue streak speeds by, and then you have to go like Sonic the Hedgehog. Is he gonna do that?
Yeah, right. How many lights are there? Is that what they're gonna do to him?
There are 4 lights.
This is probably one of the creepiest voices
That's where this comes from.
I have ever
Same
gotten.
woman got this.
You don't know me, and I don't think you'll find out who I am. But since you're a TikTok investigator, or wannabe, let's see if you can find out. Let's play a little game. Did you like fix up in your backyard? Go out and find out what's in it. And I bet nobody will get involved because it's
What the hell?
Like, what was that at the end?
Yeah.
The end is what creeps me out.
Yeah.
That whole thing creeped me out.
Like, was that a laugh or what?
nobody will get involved because it's
Ooh, that was some heavy breathing.
Let's play that ending
Asian
part
as
again.
fuck.
and I bet nobody will get involved because it's
Nobody get involved.
Let's
Sounds like my
filter out
fucking mom.
the audio.
Jeez.
and I bet nobody will get involved because it's
I think I hear something in the background. I'm not sure what it is. Let's see what else we can find. So found this profile, Starseed Transmissions, and she posted.
I would have
this
never
on
have thought to
August
search
15th.
creepy.
So I live in
Right?
Virginia, and in my neighborhood, we
World,
have a
what is it?
creepy
World
ice
we have
cream
no
truck
idea
driver.
exists.
Right.
Just a couple of months ago, over the summer, the ice cream truck was rolling around the neighborhood. It's the same one that we've always had. And he was posted
Camera
up
is
at the
slowly
end of
zooming
my
in.
driveway for a strange amount of time, like too long. And me and my children, we don't eat ice cream truck stuff. So I just went out and told him, hey, we
eat
don't
drywall.
even eat this stuff. So we're not
Kayli
customers. You know,
only
you
eats,
can go
yeah,
ahead
like
and go on,
organic pressed
your
drywall.
route.
Sure.
And he kind of gave me a weird look and energy, but he did. He drove off. Thought that would be the end of him.
Okay.
About a week later, I was coming home, and there are no cars in my driveway.
Here comes.
Okay, but this ice cream truck driver is parked at the end of my driveway again.
So tell me you got videos or pictures of this, please.
No.
That's super creepy. Why is he parked at
Why
the end of my
would she?
driveway? I don't know. So I called him out on it and I said, this is super weird. I don't want to see you here again. And he did. He just drove off. He didn't say anything. He just took off. Well, literally just a couple of days later, as I was coming around the corner to come home again, he was parked at the end of my driveway.
Searching a bit more, I found this video coming in from Tierney. I'm not sure how to say this. And she posted on October 19th. This was, again, around the same week.
Spooky. This is the one.
Free ice.
We got a bunch. We got everything you could imagine. What'd you like?
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, come on in. Come grab it.
I have to come in.
Come on, grab it.
You're supposed to give it to me.
No, well, it's free. No, you gotta come grab it.
I hate how much my brain is saying it's a fat Latino. It's a fat Latino. It's a fat Latino. I'm like, stop.
It is.
Don't do
That's all
that.
he is.
Stop doing that, brain. Be nice. He could be from Wisconsin.
Okay,
Fat
so
Latinx
this is wild
Latin
and creepy
Wisconsin.
if true. Taking a
Nice.
look at her profile, she's got 4
Yeah, right? It's just, I was just waiting for him to say holy for holies, you know? Like, I was just waiting for it.
videos. One with her boyfriend, the ice cream truck, and then another one and the explanation to the story.
So as I was walking home from my friend's house, I got a little lost. So I was sending a Snapchat to my boyfriend, and that's when the guy started yelling to me. At first I thought he was just trying to sell me ice cream, but that's when he got weird. He kept trying to get me to come in the truck with him, and I honestly thought he was joking. But after he said that, I turned the camera off and I ran away. After I got home, I started having a really bad and I get them pretty severely. I just wanted to make sure everything was okay, so we went to the hospital.
So apparently people think that she's missing since August 4th, but then someone says that she has an alternate account. Makes sense. So taking a look at the comments, people are saying that this could be a prank that she did with her boyfriend, and that's a pretty large chance. Actually, there's a pretty good chance that this is a fake trend. Searching for more information, I found that the official statement is that there are no missing kids in Virginia, and that the ice cream trucks are most likely just a fake trend. Question here is, why are these trucks running around at 2 a.m. in the morning and pulling over at people's driveways at night? Yo! Some of these trucks don't even look like they're marked. What about the cars without any license plates? Is that all fake? But deep diving a bit more into this, I found out that something happened back in the month of July that may or may not have something to do with the ice cream trucks.
This update just became a lot scarier than I thought I would be giving you guys today. Posted this video yesterday warning basically all of Texas, but specifically Fort Worth, Texas, about this man, Emery Garner, who walked into a furniture store in Fort Worth and asked to get prices for triple bunk beds. He wanted big enough mattresses, so bigger than twin mattresses, because he needed 3 kids to fit on each mattress. So triple bunk beds with full mattresses, and he wanted 4 of those beds to fit 36 children.
Oh my god.
36 kids.
Wow, that is like huge red flag.
You're either a Mormon or a trafficker.
Well, we're about to find out which.
Gosh.
Or a
Have
Mormon
gotten his
trafficker.
name, like his driver's license with his location, his full name. They look him up to come to find out he's an offender. So why is he wanting to have these beds sent to his house that would have the capacity to hold 36 children?
So this is mid-July, around the same time the fake Labubus were being found with hidden cameras inside in the East Coast. It's also around the same time that the ice cream truck started rolling around late at night, drawing a lot of attention. I'm not sure if there's any relation to it. Let's see how the story develops.
What was his name? Emery
John
D.
Jacob
Gardner?
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Show me his page.
Hey.
So what did he come in and do?
His
down
name
there?
is
What
my
was
name
that do?
too.
He came and asked if we could
My
get
God.
bunk beds and if we had them in full sizes and how many kids.
So that's us.
It seemed odd, so we went and looked. So this is Fort Worth Police Department. Mr. Emery, level 2.
Level 2, I don't know what that is. Yeah, wait, so they take a look at his house in Google Maps, and after finding out he is actually an offender, they drive over there.
Why would you do that?
What's that?
You know, I'm really glad that the horror movies were absolutely right when they predicted that they're just going to run into just horrendously stupid people that have no sense of danger or whatsoever. I'm so glad that horror movies didn't lie to us about that.
I mean, look at the Blair Witch Project. That's the best example.
Oh, wait till he gets up close on it. Watch this. Look at the fucking bars.
What the hell?
I wouldn't think that this looks like a condemned house over one that's...
Yeah, right?
Buddy, you should definitely call the cops. I think they did.
Is he squatting?
No.
So, I came back over here. Alright, now we got a truck. See that shed right there? That's what I was talking about facing my fence.
When you squat and you don't put a car out front, that's that giveaway. Somebody stand there.
Oh my gosh, bro, get the heck out of there. Someone's watching you.
So I decided to go stop by that house
Goes
again.
to John Lennon.
Why are you going
See
to
if
these...
maybe the gate was closed or neighbors are outside.
Yeah, like,
what
right
I
here,
found
Senator.
was insane.
This guy dies
Let's
first.
take a look at his conversation with the neighbor.
You live here, I guess, yeah? Hey, do you know anything about that house right there, bro? So that guy came into my furniture store asking for like 4 bunk beds.
Yeah, what furniture? He doesn't live there.
You can see by the way that he's pinching his beard that he's a little bit nervous.
God. His lawyer's cousin or something. So it's not like him. He's not even allowed to be there. I don't think he should be out of jail.
Oh my gosh.
So it shows that there's 2 registered offenders that live there.
Yeah, one lives here. They're father and son. And that's the son
Oh,
who lives in
fuck.
this house next door to me.
Someone says, the furniture store seems to be his main interest, the neighbor maybe? Well, imagine that he's coming up to a neighbor, this man never saw him, and he starts asking questions. He wants to know who he is, right? So he was honest, this is good. So after posting his videos to social media, talking to the neighbors and making people aware that something's going on, neighbors start sending him videos like this one.
apparently the same guy that was talking.
Yeah.
The door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message. You.
What the fuck?
Are you home? Yes, how can I help you?
What is going on with these pants?
Neighbor, let's see. Actually, here's President Eric Garner, and I'm having a little trouble getting to my trust attorney. I had an agent steal some money from me and everything. I hate to ask. I got plenty of money in trust.
This is weird. He knocks at a neighbor's house late at night and he wants money. He comes up with a story.
Is there a way I can get borrow any money till tomorrow till I can get to my trust attorney? I think you need to leave my property, sir. That's not a problem. No problem.
A few days go by and Emery Gardner actually gets arrested, but the whole story is pretty weird.
Damn, but they let them live there like this close to schools and stuff?
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know how that works.
Bro.
Because I thought they were all brothers. But when Emery got out of jail the first time, he kicked this guy out.
Whoever's there now?
Yeah.
This is really weird. Let's take a look at the comments. How has this never been investigated before?
That's a
Time
great
for people to
question.
start digging into who he has connections with. Keep digging and stay vigilant. It seems that most people agree that there's something sketchy and pretty weird about the fact that this guy is on the loose, living nearby schools, and buy 36 beds for kids. There's something pretty sketchy, and David put himself on the line to find out. Now, I'm not sure if this has anything to do with the ice cream trucks, the missing kids, and the fake Labubus, but it's pretty weird how this guy is on the loose and he shouldn't be. He's buying 36 beds for kids that he doesn't have on a house full of bars in July. After that,
you find out
missing
probably
kids
is
in Virginia,
connected.
ice cream trucks all over. It could be just a coincidence, or maybe it isn't. Maybe this guy was actually somehow part of something bigger. Leave a comment. What do you think about this? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Like, that's some Criminal Minds shit.
What the heck?
Like that was
Love it.
straight up like some Criminal Minds shit for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I hope
dude-
it gets turned into a horror series. That's pretty good. Like the
Even
crazy ice
just
cream
that like
trucks.
the flash of light, like when he answered the Ring doorbell, like that was straight up like Paranormal Activity. Like that was not okay.
I'm telling you, this needs to be like the plot for the next Terrifier movie or for like a Blair Witch Project-esque film.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I have this here now. So here's this. Sakura Mida sent this over a little earlier. Says, I got the second idea done. Why I made a magical girl theme is because I got one question. Is Kamen Rider one and done with themes unlike Sentai where they revisit? I don't think so. Because Kamen Rider, again, like Sentai, is varied in its expressions. So I think Gav is just like, because it is probably the more unique type because of its
That
central
leans a
gimmick.
little. Yeah.
Most of them are usually like Bugman, you know.
Yep.
That's that. So it's not. It's
Like
not
I was
the
gonna bring up
theming-
like Kuga and Kabuto, right? Like they're both like those two are like specifically Beatles, and they were like back to back.
right, and Agito is in there as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Agito. I always forget. I don't know why I always forget him.
Everybody forgets Agito. But again, I mean, like that's the Sentai themes. Cell phone centered theme is, you know, again, like not too different from a gaming centered theme. They don't just like copy paste the theme, is what I'm trying to say. When sort of like how Super Sentai puts a different spin on the dinosaurs, despite doing dinosaurs every time, you know, over and over
Yeah,
again.
right.
Rather, you know, this is what Kamen Rider does. They say like Bugman, but he's very fast this time. Bugman, but he has alternate personalities.
Yeah,
that
like
possess his
Magic
body.
Bugman, Tech
Yeah.
Bugman.
So no, you're right to you know reuse themes and things like that. You know, there's no in the world of tokusatsu, unless you're like really breaking the rules, there really isn't a bad idea. It's how you execute it. Gav teaches us that. Like, you know, there's not too many shows on Earth or really any IP that totally dedicates itself to food is my weapon. I mean, Kirby eats people.
Yeah, I was gonna say like we've seen like food gives you power, if you will, but not like this. Like not like
Right.
I'm gonna make my form candy.
Right. Kirby eats people. You know, like Gav doesn't eat people. He eats, you know, snack themed things, and then is able
He
to
eats
draw
other
power
aliens.
from that.
Nobody wants to talk about it. He's a cannibal.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
the Chuzos are like aliens.
Oh, I didn't realize they were the same species.
I don't think they're the same species. They're just other aliens.
Oh,
so
okay.
maybe not
On that
cannibal,
level, yeah.
but definitely eating other things.
Living
Other
yeah.
sentience.
Other sentient things. There we go.
There we go.
Whatever that's called. But anyway, so Sakura Mina says, I share your post of Kamen Rider idea. Here is Kamen Rider Mulan and the driver. Okay. The Chinese armor. All right, I understand.
Yeah, I do, right? Like I just was expecting to be Chinese. That's my favorite.
Right, and
movie
Mulan,
right now.
obviously. Mulan. It just didn't click up because she doesn't typically wear a lot of armor. She's usually
Well, she wears like the regular infantry armor, which is not like battle dress. It's like you get a plate on your chest and a helmet, and good luck.
and so the Kamen Rider version should obviously be more armored up, and it just didn't click up to me.
Definitely.
That's what I was looking at. But yeah, that would pass. I mean, again, if Disney wanted to push into that genre, now that they have the Power Rangers, they definitely could make a team of Power Ranger Disney princesses very easily. I don't know who the market would be for that, but
Well, they
you
did
could definitely
they
do
did
it.
a couple years ago. Disney did do that like Toku belt Disney one. Remember where it was like a Kamen Rider transformation belt, and then it had different like keys that if you put it in, it was like Cinderella, and you would like turn it and it would show a little like Cinderella thing and then transform. Here, I'll find they did like art for it and everything. Let me look.
Yeah, no, and they also did a Megazord as well. But I think that was like the Japanese Disney end of it. We didn't get it over here.
No, of course we didn't fucking get it over here. We never get it over here.
Really cool stuff. But yeah, they could do that. They could see they did a all girls Kamen Rider series recently. And so I think that's in fact what it's called. I think it's all girls Kamen Rider. I think that's what it's called. It is an all female team. So they could absolutely replicate that with the Power Rangers and just they don't even have to make a new team. Just gather all the most popular female Power Ranger power suits and put them on like Belle and Cinderella and just I don't know. Have them beat up a dragon. It's not that hard.
It's really like we're in like Cider and I and Nerdigans would be like unenthusiastic telling you what it is because it's very like just mash them up. But in a business sense, like come on, like you're sitting on a gold mine there, Disney. Like what is your problem?
Oh, careful, Timon. Kuga is sacred.
Excuse you. To be fair, Timon doesn't like anything after 1979, so he likes one series.
Like Kuga is sacred, and I understand it's rough, but it brought back the series. It's the official,
right?
Like we're gonna really push hard to get Kamen Rider going again. It changed everything, and also it recontextualized the thumbs up for anybody who ever saw.
Yeah.
There's no way you can experience the thumbs up the same way after you see Kuga. There's just no way. It takes on a completely different meaning after that. And it has no meaning in reality, by the way, because that's not what Romans did. That's no basis in history. They just literally made that up because it sounded good. The emperor gave approval, yes, but the Romans themselves didn't give a thumbs up if you did a good job. They did not do that. They had their special not Nazi salute if they really wanted to show appreciation. But most of the time it was just, Spartacus, you've earned your right to live. You know, and that's basically as good as it got. I just can't. It just makes me laugh so hard to see like a gladiator win and like everybody's giving him thumbs up. Like it's a monster truck rally or something. Oh, I love it. Like on the battlefield, you know, the Roman general is like, "Good job, Spartacus." Gives him a thumbs up. Oh man. Someday we'll get a history of the thumbs up video, and it'll prove me wrong completely. We have a Beaky Gamer here saying, Kuga and Agitu is okay, but I still love watching it. Sure. I mean, that's the idea of it, right? Even if it's not your favorite, it should be an enjoyable experience. That's the. Oh, I know it's based on Chinese folklore. Yes, yeah, I'm aware of that on Mulan. It's just, red armor in Mulan didn't click up to me because she's wearing green most of the time, and then she has her purple robes. So like red armor on her didn't click up to me. That's all. But yes, you're right to put her in red armor, as that is, of course, how the Chinese like to express themselves in the modern era. But yeah, that's all I have, and I am in an extraordinary amount of pain at the moment. So, yeah, it's just life. I knew I was going to get into this. So, anyway, do you guys have anything that you'd like to talk about?
Well, real quick, Jujutsu Kaisen's compilation film is getting an IMAX release. So I think Toho, because they own G Kids, is starting to learn from Chainsaw Man Rize, which is set to take down Dragon Ball Super Broly's domestic box office earnings, which is like 30 million. Yeah, this weekend. So, and then you got Demon Slayer that's just killed everything. Chainsaw Man Rize is going strong for a rated R film. I still am amazed that Sony is actually doing marketing for their anime now.
What a surprise. Maybe they learned. They're starting to learn.
You think they would have learned like back in 2020 when Mugen Train was destroying the box office, but
no, because they didn't learn with Infinity War. Look what happened. Nobody expected that to do what it did. They're still trying to figure out how. I imagine right now Bob Iger, in the middle of one of his many showers he takes during a 24-hour span, is trying to figure out how the Japanese managed to make more money than America's first superhero family. Because they live in the 60s still. You know, they haven't come to the modern
well, they
era
still
yet.
have the. Well, I think with Chainsaw Man, I think it's a lot more significant because, as I said, it's rated R. Like the other ones, like Kimetsu no Yaiba is PG-13, but like for a rated R anime film to be doing this well in theaters is just mind-blowing.
Well, and you know, it honestly demonstrates just how weak the Hollywood market is in that particular genre as well. That an action adventure comedy series, right? How like Deadpool's the only one that ever did that. Like not ever in the history of ever, but in the recent, like I'd say the 10 years, an actual like committed story about funny things happening in conjunction with very serious things happening and executed well. I just can't think of another Western property that's been able to do that. That's why Deadpool and Wolverine stood out just so prominently. Again, the MCU has its moments, but this is like a whole production. And that's, I think, why Chainsaw Man just really took over, is because people were primed on that Deadpool stuff already, right? Like, man, we can actually enjoy this kooky, wooky superhero stuff because it does hit you in the adult feels every now and then. And the Deadpool movies have consistently been able to somewhat successfully balance the cheesy, cheeky, kind of gross out blue humor of Deadpool with that like heartfelt sincerity that you get out of the Chainsaw Man series. So that's, I think that's why it did it, because people were like, you know what, this reminds me not exactly of Deadpool, but it gives me the same feeling of like, I am enjoying myself. I am laughing. I don't feel like the end of the world is going to happen if this guy fails. It's good to have a great time with this horny
And it
man
also
with
has a
chainsaws
cute little
coming out of his
romance.
arms.
Well, also it has a cute little romance story going on too between Rize
Right.
and Denji.
And that's, again, like a lot of men, of course, we're not in relationships right now. A lot of men across the world are not in relationships. So we relate to this guy who's doing everything he can to be in a relationship. And, taking it, to whatever extreme he's going to take it. And that, again, another thing that's sort of falling out of favor again is how to treat men in the West. Both sides are beating the hell out of men now. And it's just like, then you have Chainsaw Man Rize coming through and be like, hey, I have chainsaws coming out of my hands because I like boobies.
But that is true. I've been seeing that a lot more. I've been seeing men getting punished by the Christian right too.
Yeah.
And as well as women, obviously. But yeah, but it's when they're talking about the porn ban, they're mainly shaming men for it. It's like, dude, you realize women consume and make porn. I'm not just talking about OnlyFans. I'm talking about hentai. A lot of female artists are putting out hentai. A lot of female artists are putting out, or creators are putting out female, the romance smut novels. Well, some are LARPing, but.
Well, again, I mean, like, the men and women are different in how they receive arousal, I guess, what triggers arousal. And once again, I mean, like, with reading, it's different for women. Women are more engaged in the cerebral, emotional activation of sex as opposed to men having the visual side of it. And so it's not like one-to-one, nobody crosses over or anything. That's not what I'm trying to say. But moreover, what you're kind of describing here is that, like, it's hard for people seeking a moral high ground to go and try to punish women too, because society says women do no wrong, and we all know that women are just human. Women make mistakes too, but we're not allowed to do that because we're racist, misogynist, sexist, phobe. We're afraid of the uterus. So many different excuses that avoid any type of accountability for people like Tony Lahren and whoever this broad was that brought it up at a recent conservative conglomerate meetup that decided, yeah, no, it's video games and porn are ruining men, guys. And everyone was like, yeah, this is video games and porn.
Oh,
You're
yeah, I saw
absolutely
that
right."
yesterday. Yeah.
It's just stupid because, like, at no point do they go, BT Dubs, moms and daughters are opening up conjoined OnlyFans. You won't find that conversation on either side of the aisle.
Nope.
Because guess what? They lose friends in the group chat over that. And that's more precious to them than saying to a man, hey, guess what? Women make mistakes too. Like Mario. Women are making mistakes too.
But like this review for Chainsaw Man from The Guardian is just unbelievable. So let me share the screen because I'll show the screen on this one. Let's see, because I have it right here. So basically, they said that that Chainsaw Man, the movie Rize arc, is a gore-soaked demonic anime squats in the manosphere. What the hell is that? What are they talking about? And then it gets weird.
What do you mean, the manosphere? Or you mean like all together?
Let's see. Besides the manosphere, but like this is where it gets really like what the fuck. They said here before a final descent into exhausting city trashing, its gleeful perversity is semi-interesting. What the success of these titles tells us is that there's an audience whose desires aren't currently being met by Hollywood pencil pushers. Man, is it male-oriented though? From Denji's frilly pink fantasies to the fact Rize becomes more pornographic in appearance, the more demonic she gets. So,
do you not understand what a demon is?
For one thing, yes, that. And also it's like, do you want us women in burqas? Like, because I'm starting to question, like, if I just sitting here, because I'm big-breasted, am I just porn because of that?
Yeah.
Like, these people are fucking wild.
You might as well just change your Twitter handle to Nerdigans, just porn.
And this gets
Make a business card.
You know how stupid this author is too, is when they say this. Yoshihara is not shy about courting those who might have felt uniquely wronged by the opposite sex. What a rush did she squawks in one such incel-friendly and delicacy. I just caught up a beautiful woman's leg. This is the Guardian that is saying this. It's like, wait, what? What are you talking about?
Again, this whole stuff makes them uncomfortable because they've been trained that they're not allowed to like women. That it is a sexist and demeaning thing to look at a lady of any shape and appreciate that. Appreciate that on a level that doesn't engage her personality, that doesn't engage her mind. That rather, from 10 feet away, you go, wow, and move on with your day. And somehow, that is an insidious, evil, and terrible thing to do for some reason.
Yeah,
I get when you reach out and touch that, that's bad. It's like my father told me. He said, it's fine to look, but don't touch.
Well, unless they say yes, and then you could touch.
Well, you know, again, when you're rearing up a young man, you know, you tend to stress to him that, you know, resist what comes to mind, son. That's that's what my father was trying to explain to me, is that you may feel the urge to want to hug, tug, and pull. Don't do that.
But like the other thing I'm thinking about too, because The Guardian is in the UK, it's like, dude, the UK has fallen. It's already fallen. It's fallen even more with how they're trying to say that as women are essentially that just being that standing there in a demon and like in a skimpy outfit is considered porn.
Well, again, because their mind doesn't understand why the character took that form. So like when it comes to demonic form around the world, female demons are rarely depicted in horrific shape.
Yeah.
Even Lilith, the first wife of Adam that was banished to,
she was an angel.
wherever
She was made by the angels to be the ideal woman.
Correct. And so Lilith is kind of that archetypal shape that female demon expression usually takes since ancient times. The succubus is a prime example of this. The most used female demon is the succubus, and that is because she is a sexually based demon. And this again is because when women are employing their power, we don't expect them to, this is why She-Hulk stood out. She-Hulk was not a woman that used sexuality alone to fight her battle. She could throw a tanker at you to win the fight. But most of the time women use guile. They use the what was that show, How to Get Away with Murder? That kind of tactic is mostly that way. And so when the demoness is employed, the demoness usually functions in that manner of using guile to accomplish a task rather than overpowering a prey, as usually a male demon is portrayed. The female demon instead leads the prey into this through sexual favor, affection, that sort of thing. And so obviously a negatively affected female is going to manifest in a scandalous outfit. But just, what is a demon? To begin with, what is a demon? A corrupted, beautiful being. We're told the angels are beautiful, and that the corruption of that. Well, how do you corrupt it? You put it in a bikini. Duh. You're literally trying to explain to people how evil functions because they themselves don't recognize the nefarious nature of portraying yourself in such garb in public. Like, they automatically understand that it's horny for a man to draw a character like this. This is most likely where their review is coming from. That this artist is so horny that he has drawn this woman in such undress. But they are ignoring the history of demonology. They are ignoring the purpose behind this corruption. They are ignoring the character within that has been corrupted. And the point of this physical manifestation is to prove that corruption. It's so stupid how they can't even handle, like read now, if Goku managed to, if Goku's Super Saiyan transformation was happening for the first time, these assholes would think it had something to do with something entirely different than the Super Saiyan legacy.
Oh, they would say it's toxic masculinity or
exactly right. It's manosphere. Right. It's Goku transforms into the archetypal manosphere, a white man with blue eyes.
Well, the other thing I'm thinking about too is they wouldn't call Goku. No, they wouldn't call Goku an incel. I'm trying to think of the other one I was thinking of.
Trunks would be the incel. Gohan until he met Videl.
Yeah.
Well, I love the meme. I can't look it up right now because I'm not at the keyboard, but I love the meme of where Gohan is dodging all of Perfect Cell's punches.
Yeah.
And then the meme below is Videl, thrusting her groin into his face when he's Super Saiyan Man.
Yeah.
And the caption below is "I show speed with his eyes closed," and this says, "Never tell me you can't dodge again."
I remember what I was going to say is they would say it's queer coded.
Oh, right. All the muscly men that are screaming at each other. Yeah. Just like we were taunted when we were younger that if you like DBZ, you're gay. Yeah. Because they're all muscly and screaming at each other. They'll flip it around and say, no, you're actually gay because they're all muscly and screaming at each other.
And then you got the same thing with the Twisted Wonderland. They're already calling it queer coded. I'm like, Anime News Network did it, and I'm just like, really? Like, come on. Just because a thing media has pretty boys, and in the case of Riddle, when he gets his overblot cross-dresser, that doesn't mean it's queer coded.
So for a lot of these people, they don't understand. Like, do you remember how the big hubbub about this was don't appropriate my culture? Especially around Halloween, it was my culture is not your costume. They somehow forgot all that. When it comes to anime, they have to run it through the American cultural filter. They can't accept that Japan is another nation that has other values and other concerns that are worked into these creations that have nothing to do with American politics, American culture most of the time, and American ideologies. It's all based around average everyday life in Japan. Sometimes it's surreal to the nature of like Naruto, but at the core of it, it's trying to tell you the story of a young Japanese man conquering doubt, conquering a sense of not belonging, and conquering ultimately his youth and becoming a man.
Well, maybe
they just can't understand it.
Well, the other thing is that Twisted Wonderland is a Disney property. It literally is, because they are it's basically like what you see in Descendants, but it's kind of reverse. So it's a villain school. It's like Descendants meets Harry Potter. There we go. It's a villain Harry Potter, where all the dorms are based off of Disney villains. Oh. And yeah, it's really, the manga is really, really good. Like not all of them are there, or not all of the houses have been covered yet. There's only 4 books right now. 1 and 3 are finished, which is Hearts and Bull, which is being covered right now in the anime. Book 3 is Octavianal, which is the Ursula house. That one was so good. The Little Mermaid references they put in there is fantastic. And Savannah Claus
is this what Spencer was?
Because of the Disney characters, yeah. I think that's what he was talking about, is Twisted Wonderland. Or no, that's different. Okay, that's just a different thing. But yeah, like if you like Disney and if you like Kingdom Hearts, like go read Twisted Wonderland, or even go play the game, because that's what the manga is based off of.
I would never think that Kingdom Hearts is like queer coded or not queer coded.
They do think it's queer coded, though. These people do.
I just wouldn't apply that at all to what I understand them as.
So I got 2 things here. One, Cider, that is the Disney like Toku belt I was talking about earlier. These are like the quote unquote like forms that come out of it. 2,
that's cool.
Nerdigans
Roku got a lot taller.
Like Nerdigans, I would not recommend Twisted Wonderland to our viewers. Like, it is not like Kingdom Hearts at all. Like I'm sorry. Oh. It's anime pretty boys. It's a gacha visual novel game. Like, there's no
in terms of the game.
But there's the game, it's sure. Not, it is only Kingdom Hearts related. You're only drawing that like equation because they're anime characters. Like that doesn't even make sense, because Kingdom Hearts doesn't animeify the Disney characters. Like what you're like, I have to disagree too. Like when you're going, oh, why is it so, like, why are they saying it's queer coded? Like, dude, play that game. And you even admitted like, oh, except for this part and this part and this part, like, it is a super gay game. It's a super feminine game. It's not made for our demographic. Like, it's not for like men. If you like it, go for it. But to say it's like Kingdom Hearts is a little, I feel like that's too weak.
Hold on, let me push back on that. The only reason why I say it's kind of like Kingdom Hearts is because the main characters in the manga, the youths of each book, they are kind of isekai'd into this world, into that world, or not isekais. They're transported into that world. That's why I'm like, yeah.
Right, but that's also not what Kingdom Hearts does. That's not what Kingdom Hearts does. It's not. Kingdom Hearts is not an isekai. It's a road trip. Sora is literally going to those other planets.
Either way, if it's your thing for pretty men to be pretty, seems like this is something that has that for you. If it's not, then probably not something you want to look up. But either way, I mostly
just don't want you guys to be like, oh, another Kingdom Hearts, sick, and then get it and be like, Wow, I just did my dailies and unlocked a new conversation. Hooray.
Hopefully I get a Keyblade soon.
Well, I'd recommend, like, if you're not into the gacha stuff, just go read the manga.
Huh.
The manga's really, really well done.
But we have reached the end of the show. And I appreciate everybody showing up tonight.
Man.
You guys, especially, I know that for you guys, it's like 8 o'clock. So it's like barely Halloween in time. So I appreciate you guys getting in Halloween. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, this was my costume. I had my setup up the entire time, and I was like, oh, that looks better. But I had a costume. I had all these parts coming in. They got delayed. It messed up. So
naturally,
I am magic card you spent too much money on. So I got the Sonic one on my head.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that's
Spencer,
relatable these days.
Before I forget, Spencer, did you see the new One Piece heroine cards that dropped? The art for that, they are beautiful.
One Piece what cards?
For the heroine heroes, the female heroes. They have new art for Nami, for Robin, for Boa, for Bonnie. Like
for what?
For the One Piece game, the card game.
Oh yeah, no, I saw those new prints. Okay, I thought you were talking about something like, I don't know, like a Beaver card or something.
No.
A Beaver
card?
card?
Yeah. No, I love all the prints they do for those games. I mean, I bought all the Peach Momoko.
Hold on. Did I just hear Beaver card?
Vivra. The Beaver card. The Beaver.
Vivra.
Oh. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Wait. Beaver card means something entirely different where I come from.
I would watch that Yu-Gi-Oh season.
Either way, before we get taken off the air, guys, I hope you have a wonderful Halloween and good luck out there. Make sure also, by the way, that you get lots of candy and manage to avoid diabetes. I want to thank Miss Nerdy. Well, I just want to thank
ice cream trucks.
Yeah, don't follow them into the dark. Call the police, and if they don't respond, then just go, okay, if I see it again, I'll just keep reporting it. Someday they'll care. But anyway, I want to thank Miss Nerdigans and Spencer for dressing up for this. I really appreciate that. You guys didn't have to do that, and I really appreciate it. It really is the extra mile, and I thank you so much for that. So
no, I mean, thank you for hosting this, for bringing us on. If you didn't propose it, we wouldn't be here. If you didn't have stuff for us to react to, if you didn't find the ice cream truck conspiracy, like, I'm happy to be here. I'm sure Nerdigans is too.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, you guys have a happy Halloween out there, and don't follow ice cream trucks like Spencer.
It's a creature feature on the dance floor tonight.